bit about the story. Before we start, Jehan's got a story from 50 years ago that he wants to relate before we start.
Yeah, the 50 years gone by very quickly. You know. We had Glenn Van Langenberg, icon at that time, being the Trinity College captain, and Indran Thuriyaratnam, the Royal College captain. Tough game. Trinity drew 3-all, in Colombo, Longdon Place, and then 8-3 in Kandy. And at Bogambara, the only try scorer was Alex Lazarus, the prop forward. And going back to Glenn, he was a double line, and Sri Lanka player, Havelocks and Trinity, great gentleman, and we really enjoyed playing under his leadership. So we were the Bradby winners that year, and we had a great side. And Glenn spoke to me the other day and said that the key was the team spirit and the binding of the players together. 18 players whom he molded with Percy Madugalle, the coach, and not forgetting our coach Hilary Aberatna through the years. But that year it was Percy Madugalle, and it was a great game at Bogambara, tense game. And again, Glenn, the maestro, his kicking was unbelievable, and he used to kick 60-70 meters, and those days you can kick full out. So it was a real thorn in the flesh for the opposition. His presence mesmerized the opposition for that reason, and also the ability and the skill he had to score tries. So 50 years have gone by. Alex Lazarus was the only try scorer in the whole Bradby. He's the director of sports at Trinity at the moment. So we are all bonded together through now all the technical abilities. So it's great to be here and to just reminisce on that 50 years rugby. Let me also, can I go on? Or?
Well, as we just spoke about 50 years ago, time to take a look at the past stats of the game a little bit. Let's take a look. Let's go down memory lane as we take a look, recap on the stats right now on screen as we take a look at what happened before the 72nd Bradby Shield encounter happened. If you take a look right now, these are the past 11 games, 5 to Royal, 6 to Trinity. There's been a long patch where Trinity held on to the Shield, and then Royals come in last year. We move to Jehan now to have a chit-chat about what the story is. Jehan, it's been 5 to Royal, 6 to Trinity. Today, will it even out the odds?
It's a difficult game for Royal today, Inura. As you said, in the last 11 years, Trinity has won 6 times, Royal taking it 5 times. But Trinity has the advantage of winning 4 years in a row, I think 2011 to 2014. And Royal did come back very strong last year. I believe it's a very tough game for Royal out here tonight. It'll be very, very tough for Royal to go through.
Well, Jehan, talking about the league this time around, how are the stats stacking up? Because we've seen the previous game, the first leg was indeed part of the league, and Royal took that 22-17. Where do the teams stand right now in terms of the league that's going on with Singer?
Well, there are two divisions in the division, Singer division rugby, Division 1A and Division 1B. St. Thomas's heads the Division 1A, and the segment 1B is headed by Zipatana. Royal are second and Trinity being third, and they have the points that they have scored is 19 each for the league at the moment. So this game is a friendly, so it's not going to be counted towards the league. But from the stats, Trinity has scored about 7 more tries than Royal, as we see. I think 23 tries to 17. And that's key. I think the more tries you score in the current day rugby, it's all about offensive rugby. You know, you've got to score. You've got to score to win your matches. So I think that's where Royal is going to struggle today.
All right, so I'll move back to Ajit. Ajit, today the Trinitians, they have everything to gain. They have 5 points to gain on Royal from Colombo. The deficit coming in. What will be their strategy?
Well, I would think that they will need to play the width of the field because their forte is the backs. Not that the forwards are in any way far behind, but I believe that they got to run at Royal from all angles. And when I talk about angles, the running lines are very important because we saw that in the earlier game in Colombo, there was a bit of a drift by the backs. So that really allowed the Royal defense to catch up on them. But there were some good line breaks, which I think they will exploit in this game, because I think if they keep running straight and not drift too much, the support will come off the shoulder, and we are in for a good game. And even if it rains, I think Trinity will keep running. They won't slow the game down.
So Trinity's strategy today is to run the game. They're going to run throughout. That's what Ajit thinks is going to happen in the middle. Let's take a look at the first leg statistics. Time to take a look at what happened at the first leg of the Bradby Shield encounter, the 72nd of its kind, back in Colombo. All right, if you take a look at the game right now, I believe, Jehan, you were there right throughout this game. It was an interesting one in Colombo. Ajit, we unfortunately didn't have you on air on that day. These points that the ones that were in reply by Trinity, that first steal, how did that work out for Royal?
Well, there was sustained pressure. It's a kickoff that Royal actually lost, and I don't think the prop forward should have been where he was, the Trinity prop forward, and I think he's the one that gave the pass, which is a bit of a lob pass, and it was well anticipated by the number 13. And I did mention before the game, when the teams were being introduced, that if Trinity had to worry about anybody in the Royal three-quarter line, it was the number 13. And bang, that was the try. Coming back to what Royal should do, I think Royal has to control the ball, like what they do. They have to, because they don't have the fancy three-quarters as Trinity does. And I'm sure, like Ajit said, Trinity is going to try and run it, which they should, because that's their strength. Royal will try to use their forwards, use the rolling maul, try to control the ball. It's the best form of defense.
Well, Jehan, will Royal stick to the game with the pack today, or will they try to counter the Trinity line in a different way?
I believe they will stick to what they do best. Using the forwards, using the box kicks, and go ahead.
So taking a look at the game that day, Jehan, once again, which is on screen right now, the first leg. This is the final bits of the game that we're coming to. Absolutely astounding. The weather conditions were as bad as it could be today. It was very wet, extremely slippery underfoot. Do you think that affected the game by any chance?
I think it affected, to some extent, it affected both teams, but I think it's better for Royal to have a wetter condition than what Trinity would want. As you said, it was horrendous conditions in Colombo. I'm not seeing a Bradby being played that badly in rain in Colombo, but it looks like Kandy might have the same kind of conditions, and your footing, your ground condition is very key for both teams.
All right, we're going to talk to you both in just a couple of minutes. We have to tell you a little bit of a story. Let's take a look at the grounds. Time to see the crowds walking in. I believe we had loads of people coming in from Colombo in the morning. We have loads and loads of Trinity supporters. We're in the Lions' Den as we speak, and we have the crowd support coming in. A little bit of pitter-patter already seeming to form. We think there's a little bit of rain that's coming down, a slight drizzle, as we prepare to have a very important gentleman seated right next to me in just a couple of minutes. Well, the story is big. Today, Trinity College have everything to play for. The boys in the white dressed up, the college flag all around. That's what you see here in Kandy today. All right, we have beautiful visuals coming in. I think Rupavaini, you're doing an absolutely astounding job right now, capturing the moment as the crowds are filling up the stands. We have the prep all set. The crowds are in. The excitement is high. There's more on the way. We have a lot more happening here at the 72nd Bradby Shield encounter. The second leg here at the Pallikale Rugby Stadium for Trinity College. I have a very important gentleman right next to me right now. We're going to have a little bit of a chat as to what Trinity might be doing and also hosting the game today. The principal for Trinity College is seated right next to me. A very good evening and a very warm welcome to the program, sir. Nice to have you on the telecast. If you would want to throw out a word to all the Trinitians who are tuned in right now from around the country and overseas.
Well, obviously we hope for the best today. We only have 5 points to make up. We're confident that we will be able to do that, and in a fair and good game that we'll come out on top. So I know that we're going to be supported not only here at Pallekele, but all over the island and indeed internationally all over the world. There are parties and events happening, I know, that will be watching this telecast now, and I'd like to wish all of them well, and I hope that they have a very good evening, whether they're Royalists or, of course, Trinitians.
From you, with the boys all lined up for today, you've got your captain back in the side, playing in the fray. The difference from Colombo, you said it's just 5 points. It might be bridged earlier on in the game. That might be the expectation for Trinity. What do you feel as the excitement mounts from the boys in school right now?
Well, we obviously all hope for the best. We believe that we can do it. As you say, our captain, Rahul Karanatilaka, is back, and he is an iconic figure for us, and I think he will make a big difference in the tight and also in the loose. And I think that we have a strong enough team to come out on top, and hopefully come out on top comfortably in a good, fair game.
How have the spirits been? This is my last question to you. How have the spirits been with the boys in school getting ready for the second leg to host it here in home terrain?
Wonderful. It's my first Bradby Shield. Of course, I've only started recently at Trinity College, and I've been so impressed by everybody up at Trinity College, by how much they have focused on the game and how they have pulled behind the team and given the team all the support that they need. And I think that I'm sure the same happens at Royal College too. These schools are great schools, and I just hope that we manage to do enough today to bring the shield back home to Kandy and to Trinity College.
What does it feel like for you to be part of all this great tradition? 72 long years, one of the oldest games we played, unstopped right throughout history. What does it feel like for you personally to be part of this whole spectacle?
It's wonderful. I have always been passionate about sport, and so it's wonderful to come as principal to a college that takes its sport so seriously and values sport so highly as a means of education, really, you know, of furthering self-discipline, risk-taking, creativity, all those sorts of things that you can get in sport, as well as leadership and teamwork. So I'm delighted to be here. I'm delighted to be running a school with such a long and rich history, and which takes its sport so seriously.
Well, since you just told me that this is your first Bradby Shield with Trinity College, could I just ask you about the setting that you're actually working in? You've got these boys in a beautiful city, a beautiful country. Tell me a little bit about what you feel about that.
Well, it's an honor and a privilege to be principal at Trinity College, and I'm well aware of the fact that I'm custodian for the time being whilst I'm principal, and the college is coming up to 150 years old, and the history is rich and the tradition is rich, and that mustn't be sacrificed at all. But also, of course, education needs to move forward, and we all need to understand that in Sri Lanka education needs to be fit for the 21st century. So it's an exciting time to be principal of a school, and of course the sport matters massively, and that's why we're here today. But actually there are an awful lot of other things that matter in a school too. So my job is really to take an overview of the whole school, the academic side, the sporting side, the arts, the creativity, the leadership, the service, all those things, and to ensure that Trinity College really remains the best school of all.
Thank you very much, sir. It's been an absolute pleasure having you on air.
I've enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
All right, we saw the Royalists lined up at the Fort Railway Station in the morning, dressed in the blue and the gold. There was a chug-chug train right next to them at the Fort Railway Station. The Bradby Express arrived in Kandy from Colombo just a couple of minutes ago. So everybody's now trailing in to the Pallekele Rugby Stadium. Let's take a look at the trip, the journey from Colombo to Kandy.
welcome. As you can see, I'm just in front of the Bradby Express 2016 as you're going to get on board the Bradby Express to take a bunch of Royalists all the way down to Kandy for the 72nd battle for the Bradby Shield against Trinity College. As you all know, Royal on a high after winning the first leg in Colombo, and obviously the expectations and the enthusiasm and the spirit quite high on all these Royalists who are going to get on board this Bradby Express. It's going to bring you a new experience as you travel along the Kandy Railway to Kandy from Colombo on the Bradby Express to give you a stunning experience to make sure that the spirit of the Bradby still lives on from Colombo. And I got a female dominant berth here on the Bradby Express who are going to give us a ROYAL. All right, are you ready? All right. I have with me Mr. Chris, who has decided to take his first trip on the Bradby Express to Kandy for the Bradby.
Yes, thank you. It is my first trip on this train, and I've got all my classmates and a bunch of friends who are joining us, and I'm sure Royal victory is so sure.
Go! Royal! Once again! Royal! Once more! Royal!
Kosala for bringing the train right to Kandy. Looks absolutely astounding. Wish we were part of that journey, but unfortunately we had to be here at the grounds at Pallikale, all dressed up with branding from Singer Sri Lanka. People who've been with the sport in the country for many years on end. Singer Sri Lanka is synonymous with everything that happens for rugby in Sri Lanka. They're partnering the league, and they're also part of the second leg and the first leg, of course, of the 72nd Bradby Shield. So for Singer, we have the big man to talk to, Mr. Mahesh Vijayawardena, the marketing director for Singer Sri Lanka PLC. He's here with us right now to have a chit-chat. Good evening, Mahesh. Warm welcome.
Good evening to Indra.
Well, Mahesh, let's talk about why Singer is involved in rugby at this level for so many long years in this country.
As you said, the Singer name and the Sri Lanka sports kind of be separated. So for 3 decades, Singer has been a part of rugby and many other sports. So if you take Bradby, it's 28 years of sponsorship, probably the longest running sponsorship, and it's almost more than 1/3 of the history of the game of Bradby. So what we believe is that we believe in giving something back to the society that a business is being carried on. And sports development or youth development has been one of our key focus areas for a long time. So when we get into a kind of area, we continue that. So that is where we would say that wherever the long-standing sponsorships are, Singer has been there. Not only in rugby, even in other sports like cricket and even some other hockey as such. Right?
Well, if I would ask you, Singer recently was the youth brand choice of the year as well. Great achievement there. How do you reach out to the youth? How do you make that solid impact and keep it etched in every single youth in this country?
Okay, a couple of ways. Now, I would say this sponsorship is a win-win situation. Win for the game, win for the sport in the country, and win for the company as well. Now, being present within the youth through the sports is also helping benefiting the organization. So I would say in terms of being visible throughout the country in whatever the sports you do is one factor that I would contribute to that question you asked. And the other one would be the being evolving as a company. Now we are a 160-odd-year-old company, and in Sri Lanka 139 years old. So if you don't evolve with the times, you are not in a position to sustain. So, and we are also bringing in products that are appealing to youth. We are, if you look at the last 5 to 10 years, we are coming into more products like mobile phones, where youth is very much a part of it. So all these things come together, bring youth back to an old company like Singer, which is keeping itself very young at any given time.
Well, Mahesh, last one. Being involved in the league this time around, have you enjoyed being part of the Singer Schools League throughout?
We are definitely, there's no doubt about it. We are involved not only just, this is not a mere sponsorship per se. We want to develop the game. We want to make sure that these players elevate their stature, elevate their standard, and as a whole the country gives a boost to the sport. So we just don't want to make a financial contribution and just stay away. If you look at even this, the live telecasting of this event is also getting the message across to the entire country. And we also support in technical sessions. And we also support the officials to elevate their standard in line with the region, in line with the world standard. So all that, why we do it, to make, because we are also happy with the sponsorship and the progress that we are making on this.
Thank you very much, Mahesh. Thank you very much for being part of the telecast, being part of the sport, being part of the league, and also, most importantly, the Bradby Shield in the second leg. To you and to Singer, thank you very much.
It's my pleasure being here. Thank you.
All right, time to move into a little bit of what's going to happen after we come from a commercial break.
ඔබ ළඟ රැඳි නම සනසුමදන නම ඒ සිංහ නම මිහිර මවන නම පවස නිවන නම සෙනෙහ බෙදන නම ඒ සිංහ පවුලට සතුට සදන සිංහ අද විශිෂ්ට විශ්වාසය.
දැන් සිංහ වෙතින් සැම්සන් ශීතකරණ සඳහා මයික්‍රෝවේව් උදුනක් නොමිලේ.
හොට් සීසන් එකට සිංහ වෙතින් සුපර් කූල් ඩීල්. හොඳම AC එකක් කැමැති බ්‍රෑන්ඩ් එකකින් තෝරගන්න. විශේෂ වට්ටම් සහ පොලි රහිත පහසු ගෙවීමේ ක්‍රම. සේවා වාර 3ක් සහ වසර 5ක සිංහ වගකීම නොමිලේ.
Sony, brought to you by Singer. Find the very best of Sony televisions this hour of the season at your favorite retail network, Singer. Backed by a trusted warranty with 40,000 rupees worth of discounts. The season couldn't start any better.
A car is not just a car. A bike is not just a bike. They're characters in the story of your life. Some like their privacy. Others like to be shown off. The older ones are wiser, having done more with their time. Some are strong road warriors, out to do battle. Some like to take things slow, while others live to fly. A ride is not just a ride. Just like Mobil is not just another oil.
දැන් සිංහ වෙතින් සැම්සන් ශීතකරණ සඳහා මයික්‍රෝවේව් උදුනක් නොමිලේ.
What is team spirit? It's just words if you don't live it. Because when we're a team, we can inspire each other. We can improve together. We can share good times. And sometimes we share jokes. Because only if we support one another, we can all cheer together. Becco, join our team.
because
Welcome back. This is the 72nd Bradby Shield second leg coming to you live and exclusive on the Livering Sport Channel I here from Pallikale, the Trinity College Rugby Stadium. As we sit down and speak, gloomy weather is what's on everybody's mind. What's it going to be like today? Let's take a look at the weather report for the day. We're looking at 36 degrees at the moment in terms of temperature. But what's a little alarming is the humidity in the air right now. It's at 96 degrees. Now that is something to worry about. Winds at about 5 kilometers per hour. That's what the weather report looks like. Slightly cloudy, rainy weather. You can see the mist in the background. That is the story, the conditions we're talking to you from Pallikale right now as we sit down once again with Jehan and Ajit to talk a little bit about the game today. I'm going to pop something to what Ajit was just telling me. You haven't still popped the big question. Well, this is it now. How is Trinity going to defend that big rolling ball that's going to come your way today, as Jehan said in just as we spoke before?
Well, first thing is I don't think we should, the Trinity side should get psyched out by this rolling ball business. They got to set their own pace. And the moment you start thinking about the rolling ball per se, what happens is that you get into a defensive mode. So you got to take it as it comes. There is, I believe, a plan to defend that. And I might not divulge it now, but I'm sure it won't be that easy. If you take the Royal stats, they have scored 18 tries for this season so far, 18 or 19. 10 have been off rolling balls. So that's a huge percentage, and it really causes concern for the opposition. But Trinity, whilst setting their own pace and not getting overawed by this, have, I believe, a plan to defend that. Yeah, try might go, but it won't be that easy, I believe.
Well, in the same light, Jehan, what's Royal strategy going to be? As Ajit said, Trinity is going to try to run this through. They're going to try to run the game as much as they can. What will Royal do?
Talking to the Royal coach, they're going with the same team. So I believe Royal has to control the ball. They have to control the clock, and working with their forwards and using the rolling ball when applicable is the best thing for Royal. But having said that, I think they have a very potent number 13. They should use him as well. It's my opinion.
All right, that's an interesting point of view, interesting thoughts coming through. Time to take a look at what the Royal skipper had to say before they came into Kandy just a couple days ago.
Has been practicing really hard. We have done a lot of training, and the boys are ready. As a team, we are really confident. We won the first leg 22-17, and we are having a 5-point lead, and it will be a huge advantage for us. And we are hoping to win the second leg as well.
All right, that was Nikhil Gunadhira, skipper for Royal College. He says the boys are confident. Colombo was definitely a booster in Royal's way. Jehan, what will Royal College do today? Nikhil says the boys are confident. Is the crowd confident as well?
Certainly, we as Royalists would want to come out in confidence, and the players are confident. What Royal needs to remember is they are playing in the background of Trinity, the Pallikale Stadium. So we can't be overconfident. We just have to do our job, like Ajit said, what Trinity has to do. Just have to do our job, control the clock, use the box kick once in a while, and work the threes when they can. That's what they should do.
Calm and confident, the box kick, the rolling ball, that's going to be the strategy for Royal today.
I believe so, yeah.
All right, time to take a look at what the Trinity skipper had to say. He's coming back into the game today. Second leg, skipper's back. What will happen? Skipper had something to say as well.
We are playing against Royal this weekend for the Bradby Shield. Last weekend we lost to Royal by 5 points. The odds were stacked against us. Last weekend it was raining heavily, and we weren't really playing as a team. But we have worked on everything that's necessary, and we are going to work. We have worked hard under our new coach. He has helped us. He has walked wearing the shoes of Trinity. So he knows what's to be done and how much the shield means to us. So we are ready to get what's us this weekend.
Skipper for Trinity College, Rahul Karnatilaka, he is in Trinity and shoes. That is a strong, strong statement to come from the big man. They're going to play as a team. New coach is in. All this is being a combination of what might happen in the center today. So Ajit, Rahul just said that playing as a team now, because they didn't play as a team in Colombo is his thought, and also the fact that they're now coming together with a new coach. Sean is also taken the stride.
Yeah, first thing, going back to the first game, we missed Rahul very much in that game, especially the line calls, in the line outs. I think there were some calls that went awry purely because he was not there, and the management of the line out and the scrum was not as efficient as it should have been when he's there. So I think there'll be a better management because he's back, and Royal has built up a culture around the rolling maul, all that. But again, going back to Royal, it's a number 8, Nikhil, the captain, and the scrum half, Vijay Kumar, who combine so well managing that maul. So in defense of that, I think the Rahul has to get in front and lead from the front. And he's huge in the sense of school rugby. So maybe he's one of the torpedoes that can be released into the Royal Mall, because he's over 105 Ks and 6'2" and very strong. So I think his presence will be felt today, and his leadership also. Basu, his brother, played a few years back, so together they may have been talking about the forward play. Basu was a prop forward, so I'm sure his contribution today will be immense, and Trinity will surely be happy to have him back.
Well, those are thoughts coming from Ajit. The big boy is back. We have a new coach for Trinity, and it's going to be an interesting game in the middle. The crowds are filling up. We can see people just strolling in right now. I think the crowds on the train, which you saw just a little while ago, are also now entering the fray. Things are looking absolutely beautiful. We have the teams warming up on the ground right now as we speak as well. Royal right behind us and Trinity at the other corner. And those are the boys from Trinity College and the girls supporting Trinity College in the red, the blue, and also the gold. Everybody is looking absolutely astounding. Candy, the boys are here in their white, straight from Trinity College. They've got the college flag everywhere that you could see. It's an absolute sea of heads. Beautiful atmosphere. What more can you ask for a good game of Bradby coming in here in Kandy, in Palle Calais? Just take a look at that. Jehan, you see the boys from Royal College as well in the blue and gold strolling in from Colombo. It's been a long commute, absolute mayhem on the roads. I don't think any of the shops have seen this much sale coming to Kandy for the last couple of months.
It's the premier schools tournament in the country, so you do have a huge crowd coming in from Colombo, both Royalists and Trinitians. This year the weather was a bit of a problem for a lot of travelers. Took people 5 to 6 hours. There are a lot of people who don't come for the match but watch it at hotels, and especially the Mahavali Reach Hotel. There are lots of people out there, and I think it's going to be a huge crowd here today.
That's a bit of team warm-up in the background, Jan. I believe that's right behind us as Royal College is warming up right now. What do you think the spirits are like warming up right now? What do you think Coach Martis is telling the boys?
Well, he's obviously telling them you got to follow the game plan that they have today. Certainly, like I said before, using the forwards, and using, like Ajit said, Ashok Vijayakumar, the vice captain, the number 8 and vice captain, the captain and vice captain playing close to each other. That's a key factor. But I very, very truly believe in what having the Trinity captain back for Trinity is a huge, huge thing for Trinity today. And they will be a lot more harder to defend at today's game because of him.
All right, I'm taking a look at the Trinity side warming up right now in their red, the warm-up jersey, looking absolutely head-on to take this game. Well, Ajit, what do you think new coach Sean Vijayasinghe has to say about this?
Sean is really not a new coach. He's been around with the Trinity boys for 2 years. So actually, I think there's not much adjustments that he would make, but maybe in terms of motivation and even maybe a bit of a change of game plan may be seen today. But I think the boys are responding very well to him, and also Salya Kumar, his assistant coach. And I believe that it's going to be good what they're going to do with these boys today. I understand that through the week they've been highly motivated, and the coach has been putting them through the paces, responding well, and we'll see what happens now because Sean is not a person who's new to the game. He's coached Candy Sports very successfully this year, unbeaten league season. So he knows it all. There's nothing that he might lack in terms of knowledge where the game plan is concerned. But my concern is on field, while the game is going on, decisions have to be made, replacements have to be made. So these are also very crucial because on field, while the game is going on, the coach's influence really cannot be taken into account, but the messages and the little adjustments, replacements, all are done by Sean. So that's going to be...
So the coach will come in as today's game as well.
Yes.
Well, just taking a look at where you can log in. If you have somebody who's abroad who wants to tune in, www.channeli.lk is the site to log on to, or you can download the Rupavahini app and take a look. So you can tell everybody who's abroad, who wants to tune in right now, who wants to see what happens at the 72nd Bradby Shield, you want to see the thrills, spills, the excitement, all my mates abroad, www.channeli.lk or the Rupavahini app. Just drop them a message, let them know the Rupavahini app is available, live streaming to your fingertips, all live and exclusive as the action unveils with Singer here at the 72nd Bradby Shield encounter in Kandy. All right, I'm going to pop the big question to the two big men who are here right now. Jan, we start with you. Who do you think is going to win today?
Well, I can't say anything else but Royal, but it's going to be a very tough game. I believe Royal might be squeaking through with about 3 to 5 points.
3 to 5 points is the difference that Jehan is accepting today. Ajit, how are things going to be?
Bias, but let me tell you, I feel we have a 20-point lead on this game. We'll overcome. When I say we get 20 points on the board, and we are sure that, I'm sure we'll score at least 2-3 tries. What Roy will do is the question, but again, I feel that we will pull through.
Well, that's an interesting one. So Jehan believes that it's going to be a 3 or 4 point difference. The game's going to go, and Ajit says 20-point lead. Big story. Jehan, the pressure's mounting. Expectations are clearly very, very high right now coming in from Ajit. What do you think is going to be the absolute outcome once the game is done today? The league will continue. The second round of the league will happen. How do you think this will affect everything that happens in the second round of the league? This game is not part of the league, but the morale and the spirits that go through will actually play a part.
Yes, it's a very good question because it's in the last 3-4 years that both Trinity and Royal have to play a continuation of the league after playing the Bradbys as compared to the past. Both Isipatana and Science are playing very good rugby. They are very offensive-minded teams, putting the numbers on the board. And I think both Royal and Trinity will find it hard to, curtail them unless they really come together as a team. Today's win, as you said, won't make a difference to the single league, but it will be a huge, huge factor from a moral point of view for both teams. So winning today is very important, and for Royal as well as for Trinity. So,
Ajit, any final words you want to add to everybody who's tuned in at home?
Well, this is the 72nd Bradby. It's been a long journey for many people who are watching this, and I must say that the intensity of the support, the psyche, the emotions are tremendous, and I think it's gone viral in a sense, and it's the acceptance of this game in this country and worldwide is unbelievable. And I know a lot of my friends are tuned in Germany, Spain, especially Australia, the 66 captain, Glenn, and many others. So all the best to the teams, and Jan, we'll meet after the game then.
All right, wishing both teams all the very best. We're going to throw you to the man behind the mic right now. He's standing right there. He's got a big story to unveil as the boys are prepping in the field. Thank you very much to both you gentlemen. It's been an absolute pleasure to have both of you on air. Jan, I think we're going to talk a little bit more once we go in. We have another special man who's seated behind the mic right now. He's gotten the story and the stats ready. He's going to run you through what the teams are going to look like today, who's playing, who's not playing, what's going to happen in the middle. The excitement is mounting. 72nd Bradby Shield with Singer, the second leg here at Ballikale, the Trinity College Rugby Stadium. We're going to throw you to Mr. S.W. Chang, who's right behind the combox mic right now. Join him there shortly. Let's have a chit-chat.
Thank you, Unira. Thank you. Good evening. As you come across to the Ballikale Stadium through the iChannel, coming live to you on the 72nd Bradby Shield encounter, the second leg between Trinity and Royal. And Royal, of course, having a 5-point cushion here, as we heard the experts come from Jehan Kanagaratna and Ajit Abiratna talking about the rugby expert comments coming from. Look at the crowd is still building, and we have huge number of people coming for this game because it's a passion for rugby, passion for the Bradby. As we see the live pictures coming to you, we just saw a link where you could go and watch rugby. As we go on to the team cards, as a forward, the Royal College, Nabil Mohammed, Fajuddin, the try scorer, the destroyer, Ayesha Maduranga, Haritha Lakwa Kamage, Ashan Fernando, Pasidu Amarasinghe, Malisha Maduan, and Nikhil Gunadira, the skipper, and the back Ashok Vijay Kumar, Lennox Kaliyaratna, the young fly half, Sher Navur, Naufer, Tulaib Hassan, Jenny Hidil Shan, Nikhil George, and the fullback, Ovin Aske. That's the Royal lineup, and this is the Trinity lineup. Melan Malish, Nathan Chang playing his 4th year, Sachin Ekanaika, Rahul Karunatek, the skipper is back. Aisha Priyankara, Prasanna Samar Vikrama, Shari Dean, Shalindra Alakon, and the backs, Rashen Bandaranaika, the son of Rajiv Bandaranaika, and Lakshan Vijay Surya, of course, another stroller of Lasanta Vijay Surya, and Jehan Petiagoda, Sanjana Sanaga Singha, Avisha Sheikh, Nilushke Dange, and Chanusha Abe Vikrama. Indra, over to you, the Royal formation, Indra.
All right, the formation for Royal College today. Front row, Nabil, Azmir and Aish. 2 big props, 1 man in the middle. Weighing about 87, 85, 98. Not a very heavy front row for Royal College. We're coming with Harith and Ashain in the second row today. Royal College, second row, Harith, Ashain. Let's take a look at the back row is Basindu, Nikhil and Malisha. And the number 8, a lot of pressure on him today, Chang, because they'll be having to drive the rolling maul today, and that's what the strategy is all about. Jahan's been talking us through the story. Ashok and Lennox coming in as the halfbacks of the game. And then we've got in number 11 and 12, Shakir and Tulaib as the centers. And the man who's going to take the back 3, Janindu, Ovin and Nikhil. Interesting game, Chang. It's going to be a very interesting game in the center with this lineup for Royal College and for Trinity. Let's take a look at the front row for Trinity.
Yeah, Milan, Nathan and Shavin. Nathan, of course, playing his 4th year, 82 kilos and a height of 5'9" for a hooker. That speaks good. And Rahul, the skipper, is back after serving his suspension last weekend. And Avish, Avish is heavy as 105 kilos in a row.
That's quite a bit of weight in the second row.
Pasan, Salindra and Shai in the back row, and they have a huge task in front of them.
We're taking on the halfbacks, Rashen and Lashan, number 21 and number 22.
That's a new halves combination, half in the sense they have played before, but the starting lineup, they are new.
All right, a bit of a switch there, and then we come with Geshan and Sanjana as the centers as well.
Yeah, absolutely, yes. We see a new combinations coming, all to do with the 5 points. As we see that Sheikh is on number 13, Shanuska number 15, manning the last man of defense, and Dil Luksha is on the wing.
Well, Chang, would I be correct to say that today the game will also matter as to who's on that replacement bench and how good your replacements are once the game starts shuffling in?
Absolutely, it matters. As you see on the screen, the replacements of Royal College. I'm sure you can go through the names there.
Yes, we've got Lahin, Hamza, Fadil, Samadhi, we have Nikhil, Mahima, Sabit and Andrew. We've got 3 Nikhils in the team for Royal College today. Interesting. And for Trinity, Akhtab, Kanchana, Keshava, Anjana, Rashain, Anuka, Tusila and Ayesha all playing. The replacements of the teams, we got the sides lined up. We've seen as to who is forming the game today. It's an interesting day. The crowds once again, Chang. I think it's a predominantly bit of the Royal College crowd who've come in on this side of the ground. And we've got the Trinitians huge in their red and a little bit of orange as well today.
Yeah, absolutely. It's good. I mean, Royal with the red, gold, blue and gold, and Trinity with red, gold and blue. It's the only thing that's missing, the extra, is the red coming in for the Trinitians. And we can see the lovely colors, the mothers, the fathers, the sisters, the brothers, everybody, aunties, uncles, they're
and
all
the special
in there.
ladies.
Absolutely special. And Jehan, who is with me on the side, is having a good smile at that comment.
Obviously, Chango, why not, right? I mean, all the special ladies out there. Well, it's been a 72 years of Bradby here, and what better environment to be in? So you have, like you said, all these beautiful colors, Royal being Royal, blue and gold, and Trinity adding that red to their. It's actually really nice to see a great environment of this nature.
Yeah, I know, absolutely. And we're talking about ladies because there's a lady by my auntie. She does a move on the day of the Bradby from the TV. I got messages from Australia saying that Malik Dean and Angie, as we see on the picture, the VIP section. Oh, that's Jan Tissera, the chief guest. And if you may allow me to speak about Jan, Ranchan, because, Jehan, I played under Jan in 1979. And Jan did play for Trinity from 76 to 79. And then he played cricket too from a tender age up to 79. And he was a good number 9, like you.
That's right.
And I still remember his drop goal against St. Peter's was a peach. I thought he was going to run the ball down because we saw the ball going through between the posts. And Jan at the moment is the president of a main company, and he's at the moment he's based in Singapore and in Paris, Barcelona.
Well, interesting enough, I don't think Singapore's seen much of rugby happening in the past.
Singapore, we just had a game against Singapore recently. Only thing we lost to Sri Lanka, lost to Malaysia.
Well, Sri Lanka lost to Malaysia. We beat Singapore, and we just beat Philippines today. So that was a tough game, which we didn't expect to win, but we did win. So.
More VIPs in the ground. Minister of Finance Ravi Karna Naik gracing the occasion as well. We have a lot more happening here. It brings out a lot of people from different ages, different groups. Everybody just coming together for the spectacle in the center, the 72nd Bradby Shield. Royal College crowds once again. I'm pretty sure most of them came chugging up the hill in the Bradby Express. That was an interesting ride. I wish I was a part of that. That would have been interesting.
Yes, Inuro, it's something that started about 6 or 7 years ago. And it's a full bunch of Royalists riding up on this train, which has been made up for this Bradby match. And it's a fantastic atmosphere in there.
All right, just to add in what Chango was talking about just a little while ago about Jan Tissera. He is the president of a global company, Travel Click, that supplies software to the hotel industry. And he operates, as he said, out of Barcelona, Spain, and of Singapore. So he is the main man today, the chief guest who's gracing the occasion. Trinity crowds. Chango seeing everybody, different ages, across the board, coming together for the Bradby Shield. What does this make you feel?
Oh, absolutely. This is terrific. It's passion for rugby, passion for the Bradby Nura. And we've been all there. We've been there before. It's absolutely superb. You know, I'm sure there'll be a lot of nervous people. I'm sure a lot of fingernails must be bitten off because everybody is going to be 5-point head for Royal. And it's going to be a upfront battle.
Year on year for a game of this nature to continue, what needs to be in place, Jehan? What needs to be in place? 72 long years. 2 schools have been playing this out. 2 legs every time as well.
You know, that's a very, very good question to ask because the game has changed so much. and you need to be administratively right up there to manage this process, especially for the two big schools here. So it starts off the field, you know, it starts off the field, what type of sponsorships, what type of training, the coaches. It takes a long time to build this up. And right now, financially, it's a huge cost on the pocket as well for both schools, right? And it's not like the times Chango and we played. Chango, it's quite different the way the game is being played now. And Chango, as we can see, offensively, the game has changed so much that scoring is very important, a lot more important. You see a lot more tries being scored all around the world. So that's an important factor today, Nura. If Royal has to score, so does Trinity. And who comes out strong at the first 10 minutes is very important.
I believe that's the feeling that's going through every single person seated in this game today. It's not an easy commute, but everybody needs to be here. Everybody wants to be here. They feel that they have to be here today to enjoy spectacular rugby. Look at the crowds, ecstatic, waving all around. We'd love to see you part of this action. www.channeli.lk and the Rupavahini app is where you can connect if you have any friends abroad. Time to drop them a message. Tell them we're streaming live around the world right now. The crowds from the Pallekele Stadium coming to you on Channel I.
Yeah, actually, you're talking about how it goes around the world and all that. There are people who are watching and making comments, coming back to me. And last match, I think Malik Dean and Angie, he's a royalist, and he came out and said that we should come out with the name of the boy who scores the try or who's moving around. Unfortunately, with the mud, we couldn't see the numbers.
That's right.
All right, time to take a look at the referees as well, Chago. We have referee Anwar Rankotge, and we have the Dutch judges Dinka Pires and also Priya Suranga, and the fourth official Asela Niandagala, who will be the match referees with the 72nd Bradby Shield, the second leg.
Anwar Rankotge has been a referee in the last 10 years, and we believe he has what it takes to officiate at this level. And you can see the previous leg's referee Dinka Pires being the assistant referee. So that's a good crew out there, and I'm sure they'll do their best.
And we've also got the TMO on today as well. We've got the man seated right next to us. We're going to have support tech coming in. Once again, as we spoke 2 weeks ago, technology has developed, the game has developed. It's time to incorporate the two. TMO was used in the first leg for the first time in Sri Lankan rugby, if I'm not mistaken. And we have it happening again today.
That's right, Inuro. And it helped in the last leg where a try scored by Trinity was reviewed a couple of minutes and then given quite rightly. So it's progress from Sri Lanka's point of view, and it's the right thing. It's the right thing to do, and I hope Anwar Rankotge uses the TMO as much as he can, because there's a lot at stake for both teams.
Yeah, having said Andre is an experienced referee, and quite rightly a good call to have him in the center. And the man who's behind the TMO is also very experienced. I remember he refereed when I was playing, Jahan, for
Absolutely,
college.
he refereed me as well.
Referee Tony Amit, he's a veteran.
That's right, for CHNFC.
We were scheduled for a bit of an early kickoff as we had it on the charts a little while ago, but I believe the improving weather condition has taken the game back to normal time. That seems like the situation. We hope it doesn't go on till 4:30, but I believe we're ready to start quite soon enough. As soon as we have the things in place, we have the teams rolling out, we'll be ready to bring you live and exclusive coverage on Channel I. These are the crowds, a little bit of selfies being clicked here and there. Contest on, hashtag it with Channel I. We're bringing it to you live, the 72nd Bradby Shield, right now with the second leg here in Kandy.
Yeah, you were mentioning about the selfies being taken. I think the game has changed so much along with the selfies.
That's true, with these Android phones coming up in the world. Going back, if you have a little few minutes, just to talk about the two teams and who have been the highest try scorers. I have some information here. So Ovin Aski has topped the scoring points for Royal at 25, and Dilusha Dange has got the same number of points. I think he's also a place kicker for Trinity. So, but Trinity has scored more tries this season in the first half of the Singer League, having scored 23 tries compared to Royal 17. So that's a key factor as well. That we'll see what happens here. So here comes the Royal principal, just entering the ground, along with, I think, the Egyptian ambassador. Yes, he just came in.
Lovely visuals once again coming in. The Royal College principal walking in with the Egyptian ambassador, is what Jehan just said. We see the big Trinity flag being rolled out in the blue, the gold, and the red for Trinity College. Kandy, look at the stands, packed to the brim. What more can you ask for? Crowd support, a 300%. Will the boys bring out the best in the middle? That is a big ask from every single boy who's going to go in the middle today for both Trinity and Royal. Interesting, you hear the noises coming in on the background. You can hear it, you can hear the sounds of the cheer going out for both Trinity and for Royal, the flag being marched into the center. What is going on, Chango?
I can see a long Trinity flag coming onto the center, maybe to cheer the boys up, cheer the teammates up. And of course, from my point of view, I don't think that should be encouraged too many people on the field, because the match is about to be, the players are about to be, come onto the field. And I think it should be clear, but nevertheless...
And the teams walk out, Trinity with the big line and the Tuskers in the blue and the gold. And we've got a whole bunch of Trinitians on the field. I'll be playing with 15, I'll be playing with 200 today.
It doesn't matter as long as the 5 points they want to erase first. Jehan?
Well, you have a point, Chango. The ground has to be sacred. It should be for the 30 players and the officials on the field. So, I mean, we do understand it's schoolboy passion and all that, but this may not be the best thing to happen. Yes.
It's also the gusto that kicks in at this point in time with the team, the captain coming back. All that, I believe, is what is influencing the boys in the center. But I believe the 15 men who are going to play the game need to remain, and everybody needs to go off as soon as possible, because the game needs to start. Weather conditions are getting darker by the minute. We need to kick off soon. So I believe it's a word of note from the rest of the boys at Trinity. Pull them in. Let's start the game. Let's get it underway. The cheering can happen from the stands.
Absolutely, Nura. That's exactly what should happen. And the two teams are lining up at the moment, and hopefully the boys from Trinity with their huge flag will be moving out. And they are moving out.
Yeah, actually they are moving out. It's unique that Trinity always comes up with something unique, because a few Bradby years back, they did the haka. All right, and now today they can come with a long Trinity tail to take the team through that tunnel, a long tunnel at that, and to bring them out. Everything about passion, the glory, about Bradby Shield.
That's true. And what's inspirational for them should be worked out, I agree. But hopefully it'll be well played on the field.
You can just see the determination on the faces. There's a lot of focus coming in. The boys are all prepped up to greet the chief guest and also rise for the college anthems of both schools, for Royal and for Trinity. It's a big day. Royal in the lead with 5 points, but will that really matter in the center today? The first 10 minutes will tell us a lot about what's going to happen with the rest of the game.
Absolutely, Nura. Both teams need to just forget the first leg, start as 0-0 and do its best to win the game first. But Trinity has a 5-point disadvantage which they have to overcome. But they have to start as a new game today.
I believe it's time for the formalities, and we should cross over to what happens in the center right now as the two teams are lined up. Referees in the center, chief guest is lined up as well. Time for the introductions and the college anthems to take place. We'll cut over to sounds coming in from the grounds, and we'll be back talking you through the game once the college anthems are done. All right, taking a little bit more time to start off the formalities. There we go. The college anthems are on.
Bradby tally stands Trinity being 39 and Royal at 31. So there's a long way for Royal to catch up.
Will it be a 40-31 or will it be a 39-32?
Well, I'm sure all Royalists out there want it to be 39-32. So, but Trinity would want it 40-31. So let's see.
It's going to be interesting. Trinity College had 4 games back-to-back, 4 years of the Bradby. Royal regained it last year, and this time around, it's a story once again. Second leg is where the excitement is mounting, the pressure is mounting. Referee is being introduced right now. And on to the Trinity team. Former skipper, chief guest today, being introduced to the rest of the boys today by the captain. The man who's back is back on the field. Chango, what do you think will be the impact of having the big boy back in the fray?
No, I think it will have a huge impact anyway to have the skipper back on the field. And not only that, as a captain and as a player, he's a huge, big body. I mean, you need that weight, you need this leadership, you need that line-out specialist to be there.
He's the whole package. Size, skill, he's got leadership coming through as well. So he just said a little while ago, the team didn't play as a team in the first leg. We're going to pull things together now. We're going to play as a team. We're going to play in Trinity shoes, he said.
Absolutely, I think they didn't play. He's right. Trinity didn't play as a team, and Royal played as a team, and Royal always plays as a team. There's no doubt about that. Royal has always played as a team. They played their game to the pattern that's given to them, to the strength of their team, and they have always executed that very well.
Very strong statements from the skipper as well today. Very promising for Trinity, the morale, the excitement, and also the gusto with which they're going into the center today. Jehan, what are the anticipations that Royal's going to have down when they go in the field? What are they going to anticipate Trinity to throw at them? Or what are they going to do to counter it?
Well, Royal will anticipate Trinity to run the ball, for sure. And the weather at the moment is holding, although it's getting darker. But from a rain point of view, it's holding. So that's good news to Trinity, because Trinity are a team that runs the ball. I mean, they know how to run it. They've been doing it for years in and years out. Having the skipper Rahul back, I mean, he's huge. He's 6'2", 98 kg. He'll do a lot to counter the Royal strength of the rolling maul. So he's inspirational to be back for Trinity.
Time for the game to begin in the center. The 72nd Bradby Shield, the second leg. Time for the kickoff. Trinity, everything to gain. Royal have to hold on. 5 points in the lead, 22-17 is the tally. Will the 5 points be bridged? Will Trinity College turn things around? Flank of a Trinity, Shadi Dean, 74 kg on the man, is in the flank today.
Well, coming back to it, I think Trinity should not worry about the 5 points. They should play the normal game. And Royal at the same time should not think about the 5-point lead. They should just play the normal game. Forget about the 5 points, both the teams.
Both teams have to play their game plan, Chango.
Okay, ready,
I think
start.
Trinity will be outbent to run it. Royal will be trying to control the clock and the ball.
And we're off, Jahan. Kick off. 72nd Bradby Shield. Second leg is on.
And again, Royal didn't. They continue to have problems off the kickoff. Again, they missed it this time.
Actually,
as well.
Trinity, Jahan, went unorthodox. They didn't kick to the forwards. They kept the ball behind the 3 quarters. You see the sign saying that we will keep the ball away from the forwards.
Well, it could be. I'm sure that's what Trinity would want to do. They would want to expand their game, run the ball, whereas Royal will want to keep it close. You know, they will want to keep it close, kill the clock, use their forwards to their advantage.
We see a first Royal line out there. Not cleanly collected though, but Royal still have possession.
Yes, scrum half Vijay Kumar cleaned up for Royal there. They went to number 2, which is a good sign as well. And as anticipated, they plan on killing the clock as much as they can. Defense is the best form of offense. So keep the ball as much as you can.
Absolutely.
That would be Royal's plan. I still believe Royal should do something unorthodox and run the threes a little more than they have been. And again, they've been in their around their 22, which is not the best location to be at.
Running the clock down too early to run the clock down, Jehan. But having said that, they are keeping it going and frustrating the Trinity forwards away from position. But as you said, there's a knock forward by Trinity, so Royal will have to put in. As you said, that Royal should be in Trinity's half and to start off the strength rolling ball, or they can go.
Royal might be cautious. They might want to put ball to boot in just a bit to get out of Royal Trinity terrain, move into the Trinity half and start attacking. They need to start attacking early, as you said, Jahan. Offense is the best form of defense, and Royal need to get on that.
Absolutely, and I agree with what you said. I don't think they should be hanging around just outside their 22. They should put it down the park and get to the Trinity 22 to do any counterbalance, counter attack from that point of view. So hopefully for Royal's point of view, they might be kicking it down the park out here.
So let's see what Royal will do with the scrummage as Trinity begins to drive them back and have in possession there. Trinity forwards are moving forward there. Oh, what a lovely scrum by Trinity there.
That's a fantastic statement by Trinity, out-shoving Royal and getting the ball off a scrum. And this is what they're good at. It's going to the standoff, and they got the break. They got their ruck in there, and they're expanding it out. Trinity fullback cutting it in, and Royal will have to defend out here. And I believe there is a knock-on by Trinity. Okay, no, it's not a knock-on. It's Royal being offside, and Trinity has their first penalty in the first 5 minutes. What would they do here, Chango?
Well, I still think they should go to the corner, but they have, yes, they are going to the corner. That's a correct. Oh no, they're taking the short tap and running the skipper down the right in front of the post there.
Yes, I doubt why they should have done that, but who knows? Maybe the outcome will come in favor of them. But I think the best thing they should have done was to go to the corner, and they have overthrown the ball, and it's a line out for Royal.
Yeah, even in the first leg, in the first few minutes, Trinity has so many opportunities of putting that ball over the white line, which they failed to do so. They should have gone to the corner, tested the line out, tested the Royal defense in the line out by driving it forward.
Again, there's a replay on the screen right now as we take a look at what happened there. Ball just being passed out into space. Line out for Royal. Unfortunate for Trinity. Brilliant chance to score, lost. But now Royal regain the ball. What will happen from now on? Interesting pictures. Not a clean throw, says the referee.
No, it's a free kick to Royal because the Trinity player came into the line out and then went back. So it's a free kick to Royal, but if they take it out, it's going to be Trinity ball. But that's a fairly decent kick by Royal. It's taken the ball to the 50-meter yard, and this will be interesting what Trinity will do from here. Again, the underfoot conditions of the ground may have caused that, but having a big second row like the captain coming in also made a big difference in that scrum for Trinity to win it. And that's a bad ball by Trinity, and there's a couple of knock-ons, I think, but referee is playing on. And it's very dangerous. And here is that number 13 again. And he had his man outside, and he should have passed out. But Royal are attacking, and this is the position they should be at. This is the position Royal should be at. And this is where they should be attacking. And I believe there's a knock-on by Royal. Again, basic rugby, Chango. You have one person to beat who's running behind you, and you have a guy on your left. Why not give it out?
Yeah, absolutely, but just forget about it. I thought it was just runaway try like the first try in the first leg. Interception try. This is a charge down try. But they should have offloaded it to the number 15 out on there.
It was the number 13, and that's the boy that you have to watch out.
Everybody thought deja vu moment for Royal College here on the grounds. Unfortunate though, slip of the ball there. Ball's in, Trinity in possession.
Let's see what Royal does here as a scrum, but the Trinity scrum holding very well. So that's an important statement. And Trinity running it from their 22, which I don't think is the right decision. And they have got caught here. I think they should get out of their 22. You don't muck around in the 22, as you say, Chango. And they have got it. They have got it out. But no, they haven't got touch. Yes, it's a penalty to Trinity.
Number 12.
It's a penalty to Trinity. Not too sure what that was given for. It could be an offside. Chango, did you see that?
No, I didn't see that either, but I saw his hand out for advantage.
Okay.
But having said that, Trinity is playing, but absolutely hats off to them because the boys are confident to run it. You might run it from their half.
Well, that's true, but my feelings are at the beginning of the game, it's too dangerous.
I know, I will go for that since we are old-timers.
True, Chango, true.
Having said that, when the game has changed so much, actually defense is the most important thing in a game. And if you look at the 22-meter, what are they defending? They are defending the kick.
Yes,
they're not defending the ball to be moved around.
That's true. That's true. And Trinity have gone to number 6, and they are fortunate to get the right bounce. But Royal are defending like crazy here, and that's a good sign for Royal. And there is a knock-on by Trinity. Chango, the number 6. I don't know. My theory is, at the beginning of the game, go with something that's proven and tried and tested, like a number 2 or a number 4. Again,
that's a replay of the knock-on in the center. That's what the referee called it for.
So it's a scrum down. It's good position for Royal here. It's scrum down in the Trinity 40.
And not only the 40, the center of the field, that they got option to run left and right, and that splits the defense.
Right, and well, Royal have held the scrum, so that's a good sign for Royal, and they are working it, and that's, I think, a very good option by the fullback of Royal to put it into the 22-22, and you attack from there. You attack, and oh well, referee is bringing it back. There is a penalty for Royal. There is a penalty for Royal for Trinity pulling down the scrum. It's a kickable penalty for Owen Askey from a distance point of view. So you're not sure whether he will take it.
He should go for that because early 3 points will do a huge favor.
He is going for it, Tango. I see the two assistant referees going behind the goalpost. It's important for whatever team to score first, and Owen Askey has been kicking 88% of his kicks. So it's a good opportunity for Royal and for Owen to put this over.
Yeah, at the warm-up, I saw him kicking from the touchline. Of course, the different post. He was kicking a touchline. He was getting the kick right through the center. So we see a Royal trying to extend the lead and to score the first points of the second leg, with the scrum being collapsed by Trinity. Surprisingly, they were moving forward.
The kick looks good. I think he's got it. Yes. He's proving yet again that he's becoming more and more reliable, and a lot of credit should go to the army kicker Silva, Upul Silva, who is not Upul, I think it's Upul's brother, the younger guy who played fullback, who is actually the kicking coach for Royal.
Early points of Royal College, 3 on the board right now. 3-0, Royal in the lead, 5 points from Colombo. That's summing it up to 8 that Trinity need to now catch up. Chango now coming in, first 10 minutes of the game are done. And now coming into the rest of the game, what will Trinity try to do right now?
Well, there's only one thing, one option that Trinity can do. There's only one thing, and that's to score tries, that's to score the points, to get points on the board, because they have to score twice to get ahead of Royal.
Royal have given up a penalty here, Tango, and it's for holding on. Again, they were not very clean in their kick-off return. So a penalty goes to Trinity, and Trinity is going to the touchline. And this doesn't hold well for Royal, because Trinity has a bunch of guys that are really strong up front there.
Yeah, as long as the ball keep being thrown at 6, I doubt about that. As
well, I'm sure they're going to go conservative and go to a 4.
Because having said that, this is just a restart of the game, like a scrimmage.
Well, it's not a good line-out ball for Trinity again, although they have the ball and the big boy has it. Again, it is a dangerous pass there, but they managed to hang on to the ball. And Trinity are moving out. They're moving their 3 quarters. It's with the winger at the moment. And Royal are defending well at the moment. I think that's the right thing the player did. He went right through the middle, gained about 5 yards there. And Trinity trying to work the ball. They're going left. And they have an opening here. They have a 2-man opening. And they are going, and they are going. And he's knocked on. He's knocked on.
Oh no, absolutely unfortunate.
Don't get excited, don't get excited. There's a referee's call there on a forward pass there. Prior to that, he may have heard the whistle. We didn't.
We didn't, but Trinity did the right thing. They moved the ball, they expanded it, and they got the result, except they made a mistake.
Absolutely unfortunate there. If the pass just came through for Trinity there, forward was a call by the referee, and that's the call quite apparent on cam. Forward pass is the call from the referee. Unfortunately, play call back. Royal now in possession. Need to get out of jail. Trinity on attack mode. Absolute attack mode for Trinity right now. They need the points. They got 8 to catch up for.
Trinity has stolen the ball. A very good scrum by Trinity. Although, and here they have so much space. Again, why not pass it out? There are 3 others on the outside. Young man. It's terrific onslaught by Trinity. And Royal are holding on yet by a thread. And yes, there's a breakthrough. The skipper, I think he could have knocked on there. And the referee, I think, going to have a chat with the assistant referee. It's a 5-meter scrum.
TMO, is that try or not? Okay, it's come to the TMO.
Yes.
Discussion with the TMO on right now.
I can't hear you.
Yes, the referee has come back quite rightly asking the TMO. Yeah. Now that seems.
Yep, thank you. Good ball.
No try, 5-meter scrum is a call by the TMO. Play's been taken back 5 meters.
Yeah.
Ball goes to Royal now. Trinity really need the points. Royal holding on.
Referee, television match referee, the TMO, Tony Amit, calls in and tells referee Rancourt that's a 5. It's a knock on by Trinity. I think it's a number 5, the second row. It's a big ball, and it's a knock on the line, and it's a ball to it's a scrum down to Royal. Again, I think the referee is playing advantage, and it's a penalty for Royal. Again, the referee is calling, pulling down the scrum.
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised. I would like to see the replay, slow replay on that. Why Trinity is bringing down the scrummage? Because they had they drive the scrum forward, and they're dictating the scrum, and I don't think there's any reason why they should not have any reason to bring it down.
Pulling down, yes, that's right. And they have been dictating the first 3 to 4 scrums, which is a tremendous effort by Trinity. Again, they have a prop forward who is 105 kg, so he's a big boy.
That's an unfortunate attempt from the Trinity skipper to go over the line. Very unfortunate. If only the game was not called back.
You know, I think it's the skipper's partner in the second row, the number 5, Priyanka, sorry.
Beg your pardon?
So we have a line out for Royal here, just outside their 22. And the wet conditions must be affecting it because there seems to be a bunch of basketballs going on here. And Trinity seems to have won the line out. Again, very dangerous position for Trinity. And they have the right attitude here. And here is the captain. Trinity trying to run the ball as much as they can. And a very good tackle in the middle there. I think the ball's been stolen by Royal. And they're creating the ball. And they put it down the park. And that's the rugby that Royal should be playing. Or any team should be playing. They should be playing in the other team's 22. Right, Chango?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the conditions, if you see the conditions, are brilliant, beautiful tackle there. And Trinity, I think their offloads or their moving are very slow. And that's what happened because the defense is coming so fast.
Yes, Royal is coming up very fast, and they gave a penalty earlier as being offside. So they have to watch out for that, but they are coming up very fast, and they're tackling very hard, which is a good sign for Royal. And there is a line out just outside the Trinity 22, I believe.
Okay.
So let's see. I think Royal have lost 2 lineouts with going at number 2, where the ball has slipped out of the jumper's hands.
Trinity is actually at last troubling the jumper.
That's true, Brango. I hope you really meant what you meant. Again, the throw was overthrown. So both teams having trouble with their lineouts. And the Trinity scrum half doing the right thing by putting it down the park. And it's well collected by the Royal right wing. And it's with the left wing at the moment, who is at the Trinity Royal 10-meter line. And it's a terrific tussle for the ball here. And Royal working the blind side and using their forwards, which is their strength. Vice Captain Ashok. They're losing ground here, Royal, although they're sticking to their game plan of keeping it with the forwards. Again, using the short side, Chango, and they're killing the clock, which is what's important for them. So I wonder whether anybody can provide us stats on time of position here.
I don't think about time of position. They're long clock to kill. And I think Royal should keep on adding on points to the score that they have already got on the board.
Absolutely, absolutely, Django. And I believe there is the Royal are working their 10-man game using their forwards. And there you go. That's something different. And that's something good to see. Royal working the three-quarter line and kicking deep into Trinity 22. The Trinity fullback doing very well to get away by 2 or 3 defenders. Trinity trying to run the ball without securing it, and now they have managed to secure the ball, and it's being kicked by the Trinity fullback going to the Royal 40.
Yeah, I think what Trinity is trying to do is try and put the ball into touch away, as much as away from the danger zone, so that the Royal will not have the opportunity, because once you put the ball into touch, Royal will have the opportunity of throwing the ball in Jahan and do their strength of the rolling maul.
Absolutely, that's what Royal's intending to do. I mean, they want to be in the Trinity 22, so does Trinity wanted to be in the Royal 22, so it's a ding-dong battle going on here. Royal have a line out in the Trinity 40. They have lost 3 lineouts at the moment, so we need to see what happens here. This is the 4th line out for Royal, and they should go to either 2 or 4, because the rain is going to affect the throw and the catch. Again, a miscommunication from the hooker and the jumpers, and the Trinity captain breaks through with the ball, and the Trinity is hitting the middle, and they're running it wide. But the Trinity, I think the center has cut in with around the center line, and Trinity quite rightly put it down the field, but Royals fullback Owinaski has called mark.
So it's 3 points to nothing. Trinity Royal leading by on the full tally 8 points to nothing.
Owinaski gets a fairly decent kick up there. Do you know where it has gone out, Chango?
Yeah, it's just on the 10-meter mark.
So it's a Trinity ball, and that's finally a clean line out for either team. And Trinity attacking. The ball go on the ground, but now the Trinity prop forward, I think. Oh, he's knocked on. Oh. He has knocked on, and the ball has gone to Royal. Royal kick it down the park. It's not gone out yet, and Trinity have a good opportunity here to run it. And that looked very dangerous from Trinity.
Okay, knock ball.
Again, Trinity have knocked on, and Royal have got the ball. So a lot of unforced errors happening by both teams.
Absolutely, we saw a good catch in the line out. At last, we saw a very good catch on the line out.
A good number 4 there.
But Trinity is very interested in attacking the ball, keeping the ball alive, and in the process is losing the control of the ball.
Yes, and the weather condition could play a part here, Django. It is having a slight drizzle, and I'm sure it's getting harder and harder to handle the ball.
Yeah, it's easy to handle when you have a heavy shower rather than a slight drizzle.
That's right.
Slight drizzle is something which gives you a lot of headaches.
Again, Royal scrum. We need to see how they hold here, because they have not had a lot of success in their scrums. And it's a good scrum this time, and Nikhil, the captain, pushing forward, hoping to gain a penalty, I believe. But I think he should just get the ball out, and the referee should call it. I think he did just now. I'm not sure what the game plan here is, Django, keeping the ball that long inside the scrum. There's a limit, you can kill the clock, right?
They just drove the Trinity back and kept controlling and waiting for penalty, as you said.
Yes.
You see the Royal forwards driving it, taking it forward.
Royal now working the three-quarter line. Owinaski taking a small break, and Royal having an opportunity. Oh, he kicked it into his hand. And it looks like a penalty. No, I'm sorry.
I think it was a late tackle, if I'm mistaken.
Well, let's wait for the replay. Was it a neck tackle or?
I think it was late. No, didn't see anything on
I
there.
didn't see anything. I'm just thinking maybe the tackle to Owinaski might have been a penalty there. Yes, I think he went for the neck tackle, and it's a good, I think good kick by Royal, by Ashok Vijayakumar, and this is where Royal can be dangerous, Django.
Yeah, at the moment, I think Royal has been dangerous at every given situation. But Trinity is more interesting to start moving the ball and thinking about the 8 points. But here, it's their game.
That's right. So Royal have a line out in the Trinity 22, where it's going to be important for Royal to win this line out and then go for their famed rolling maul. Yes, they got the line out right for the first time, and they started their rolling maul. And they go forward. They go forward. It's going well for Royal at the moment. Oh, there is a Trinity player that came right on from the top. So there is a penalty for Royal coming up. He's playing penalty advantage. And no, Royal falls short of the line, but they win the penalty with the bad with Trinity, I think, coming from the side or coming over the top.
Over the top. I don't know how he came through.
That's right.
I'll be interested to see how he came through that.
You can't jump the mall.
Or came over.
Came over.
Jump the mall, right?
My belief is that Royal should do the same thing. Go for the line out, go for the touch.
That's me here. You can't jump on.
Again, the penalty is probably kicking distance, but the angle is a bit hard. They're showing that one. So Royal get the line out in the Trinity 5.
If you come back to the early line out, Trinity did not contest the Royal line out.
They didn't contest the jump.
They should have contested that.
I think so.
They should have contested.
With those 2 second rows out
because
there.
they were contesting and giving Royal jumpers.
Absolutely.
A torrid time.
Yes.
You are the
So I think they have decided to counter the... They didn't contest this time too, Chango. I believe they decided to counter the rolling maul. It is best to attack immediately after. Although Royal did a good job. They did a good job to stop the rolling maul there. And I think the captain is taking the hits. But good play by Royal. They're doing what they're strong at. And they're going inching by inching, they're going forward. Sorry, inch by inch. Yes.
Absolutely beautiful try. Who is the try scorer? Let's see the number on the jersey. Royal in keep increasing. Beautifully executed. Trinity were too soft for that.
Well, more importantly, Chango, it started at the 21st minute. So they killed about 5.5 minutes of the clock. And they also came up with a score. So that exactly is what Royal should be doing. Exactly what Royal should be doing.
Replay once again. Let's take a look at what happened there in the middle. 27 minutes on the clock, and the man just goes through. Try time for Royal.
It's just on the line. Just on the line. Yes, Inura, just on the line. Oh, we didn't get the guy who scored, though.
We still didn't get the number on.
That's clean in for Royal.
And Owinaski gets the points up.
On the board for Royal College. 27 minutes on the clock. Well, the game's just turning on its head, Django. They've got 5 points to catch up from Colombo as well. 15 in the lead for Royal right now. Owinaski converting that 2 more points. 10 points is the tally.
Well, rugby is a game that can surprise you in a rush. So Trinity have the weapons to come back. And in current day rugby, Django, 15 points in total is nothing.
Yeah, absolutely. Trinity has the weapon to come back if they use the weapon.
Absolutely, you're right. I believe they should be playing more in the Royal 22 and doing what they know best.
We unfortunately couldn't get the number on the jersey. The man who just went over the line.
And that's a brilliant kick by Royal. I can't see who really kicked it, but it's a long kick from the Royal 22 to about the Trinity 40-meter line. Am I right, Chango? It's somewhere in that distance.
Absolutely, huge kick.
And
this is what, Jehan, this is what the forwards love, to see your halfback or your fly half or your centre putting the ball up in the front and going forward rather than coming back.
That's right. I mean, that's where Royal is getting that right at the moment. But things can change a lot. It can change a lot, and I'm sure Trinity will come back very, very strong. Again, line-out ball not very clean. Royal attacking this line-out and winning the ball, even taking it about 5 to 10 meters forward. So that's always good to see any team doing so. And again, going with their strength, going with the 9-man rugby that they're playing. And surprising even to the Royalists, the ball went out into the 3-quarter line. I think even the Royal centre was shocked to receive that ball there. But Royal controlling the clock. That's what I said from the beginning they should be doing.
I think Royal are controlling everything for that matter. It's just that Trinity not putting the ball into correct places.
But Trinity got the ball behind the forwards of Royal, and that's good. I think Ashok is just about to pass it to the forwards, and it could be a holding on. That's a holding on penalty there. And it's very good work by the Trinity forward there. I can't really see who it was, but he did a Richie McCaw there. Got to the tackler, got to the tackle person, and got the ball being on his feet.
It's good to see the top Royalists all out there, led by Minister Ravi Karunanaika and
That's
Mr.
right.
Rauf Hakim.
So Royal Trinity have a line out in the Royal 22, or maybe inside the Royal 22, halfway to the goal line. That's a very, very strong position, and they should use their strengths. Again, very bad ball, and Royal win this line out after Trinity's jumper just threw it into the scrum half. And Royal have put it down the park, but it's a bit too far and not too out. And Trinity switched sides, so it's a very good move there. And Trinity playing to their strengths now, running the ball. They're running the ball, and they're just outside the 22. Again, another penalty be given. Royal tackler not moving away.
I think the tougher games or the more crunching games that Trinity has played, I just can't understand. Trinity has so much of position and so much of territorial advantage, but their main lackluster has been not converting them into points. They come and sniff to the goal line, some mistake is done, and they're taken back about at least 30-40 meters.
You're right, Chango. I think a lot of that happened at the St. Thomas's game, including the first leg where they had overlaps, which they didn't take advantage of, and gave up a few tries.
And even I think the first game I watched on ThePapare, the Wesley game.
Yes, and I think both Royal and Trinity were given a torrid time by Wesley. Wesley actually unfortunate to lose both those games, with Wesley actually losing to Trinity in the last few seconds or the last injury overtime. And against Royal, Royal were leading 17-0, and Wesley came back just to lose 17-14.
Yeah, I think Wesley are playing their Blessed Trophy this evening against Kingswood.
Yes, that's right. So Trinity have gone to the line out, and they are just about to throw it in. They have to get this right. Yes, this time they have got it right, and it's a very strong position that they can work off. They are trying the rolling maul. That's a reverse on Royal. Let's see how Royal defends this. And Trinity are going forward, and they are going completely forward here.
Advantage.
And the Trinity scrum half just caught by the nick of his feet, and he was just, the Trinityan was just above the line when he was stopped in his tracks. But attacking play, a penalty to Trinity, so it's going back to the 5 meter.
Okay, go ahead.
But interesting, Chango. Trinity went the strength of Royal by doing a rolling maul of their own.
Yes, sometimes your strength is the weakest in defense.
That's right. It could be. Yeah. I did see a bit of a knock on there, but I think it was missed.
I don't know about, yeah, but he came back for the penalty.
For the penalty,
yeah.
so that's right.
Move it. Move.
So Trinity now running the ball with their 3 quarters, and which is their strength. And I think that's the right decision. They have an overlap. Oh yes. And Trinity create that pressure for that opening to come for their center, and they get their try.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's 10 points to 5. Royal still in the box seat. Just one slip in the 3 quarter that allowed the Trinity center, number 12.
Number 12 is Sangasinghe. SK Sangasinghe.
Look at that, the dummy.
And that's what Trinity is strong about, running their 3 quarters. And which is what they didn't do. So Chango, they converted. They came into the 22 and did the right thing.
Absolutely. So they must do more for the Royal strength, drive them into the forwards, and then bring the ball out. So you don't have loose forwards covering the 3-quarter line. There you are. You got that thing.
That's right.
Because they didn't engage the forwards, Royal forwards. They just sent the ball out, leaving the 3rd row to go and cover for the 3 quarters.
That's
now,
right, Django.
They engaged the forwards and then let the ball out.
That's true. They did the right thing there. So they got their 5 points, and maybe it might be converted to a 7-point, so to a 3-point game.
They converted, it's still an 8-point game.
Well, and the Trinity kicker has missed it, and even during the season, Chango, the conversion rate has been pretty dismal from Trinity. It's at 61%. When Royal, that way, Winaski has converted 88%. And that small dummy, that is beautiful. That's what Trinity is all about. I'm sure those boys that who don't make it to the match, those guys at Mahali Reach must be really going crazy here.
What about the Mahali Reach story, Jehan?
Well, Chango, you know, it's the best hotel in Kandy, I can tell you that. And we have like a family out there. There are at least 50% of people who don't come for the match. They just stay there.
Royal back in possession. 36 minutes on the clock. 10-5 are the scores. Trinity in the lead. They really need to get the points on. They really need to get the points on. Royal College leading from the start of the game. Trinity now gone over the line once. They need to repeat soon if they need to turn this game on its head. It's a 15-point lead that Royal is actually working on. Trinity at 5. If you take the stats of the whole Bradby together, the 72nd of its kind. Ball's in. Trinity charging that down. Will they gain possession? Royal taking it up. Ball still in play. Royal once again in possession.
Royal should be putting it down the field, getting into the Trinity 22 now, and they should do that.
They did that quite impressively in the first bit of the game.
That's right. Again, I think our second center should have done that, getting the ball out.
Come inside.
Well, Trinity coming from the side, so it's a penalty for Royal.
Come inside.
And this has an advantage, Royal, if they get the right position in the Trinity 22 and go with their strength.
Yeah, bread and butter.
The bread and butter of Royal, yes.
Not much in terms of touch. Quite close.
Yes, quite close. Not it's between the 40 and the 22-meter line of Trinity. But we always say better get the touch than not. So Royal have the throw in. What would Trinity do, Chango? Will they defend?
They must contest the ball.
Well, they didn't.
They did in the first bit of the game, Chango. It paid off for them, but they've suddenly stopped doing that.
Move it!
Royal going through.
I thought the unit broke and then regrouped, because if you break it and regroup it, they're taking the ball back because the players in front.
Well, then it becomes a truck and trailer situation.
Exactly.
But I didn't see that, to be honest, Chango. So let's see the replay and see whether that really happened. But Royal have their rolling ball has been stopped, and Royal have used their 3 quarters in this event, and they're using their 3 quarters again, which is good to see. And a drop ball and a kick by Trinity. Royal Zowinaski having the ball, but the referee calling back for the knock-on.
It'd be good to see the replay on the earlier on the line out.
Yes, it's good if you could see the replay of that rolling maul earlier and see whether there was a breakup of the maul itself. Referee looking at the clock. There's about a minute left in the first half, according to our clock.
The line out that happened just before the scrimmage. Before this, the line out. That's the line out we're talking about,
That's right? Yes.
Yeah.
To see what happened with that rolling maul there, whether there was a breakup of the rolling maul, creating a truck and trailer situation. Trinity ball, a scrum just outside their 22. I think the best thing what they should do is get out their territory. But the scrum has really collapsed, and I think there is a penalty to Royal Trinity, or is it another scrum?
That's right. Now this is what we saw earlier. That's okay. That's very good. So far, so good. So far, so good.
And they have to jump over the players on the ground. Oops, we lost that.
We just missed that replay. That's the correct replay.
That's a replay. That's right. Yeah. Again, it's Trinity ball. Trinity ball just outside that 22. And according to our clock, time's up.
We actually want to see the maul of the line out. Royal have won the ball.
Royal have won the ball of that scrum, and we lost touch of that replay there. And I think Royal is attacking. They have the ball inside the 22. That's enough. Chango, we need to talk about that. Can the player touch the ball and then release it in that maul there while it is on the ground?
No, because if he's touched the ball, that means he's taken the ball off from the under his feet, and he will not be engaged. Very technical.
Yes.
Oh, what happened there?
A very good kick by Ashok Kumar, the vice captain. But I don't know whether there's enough time. Yes, the referee has called half. It's half time.
So at half time, it's 10 points to 5. Royal leading here over Trinity with the 10.5. That's a 5-point lead here, and a 5-point lead in Colombo. Is altogether in total for the Bradby. It's a 10-point lead.
It's only 2 scores, Chango, so it's not all over. There's a lot more work for Royal and Trinity to do.
Yes, we see the skipper. That's Royal 10, Trinity 5. As we the Trinity College band coming out to entertain the crowd.
So coming back to the game in the first half.
As the highlights, John?
Yes. That's the start of the game, where both teams coming onto the field and referee calling up the game. And this is Chango, where Royal actually didn't do well in the kickoff. And this is what Royal was doing well, you know, putting the ball behind the Trinity attack and the back line and getting into the Trinity territory. That's that first penalty that Zowinaski put through. That was a good penalty. It's a 40-meter penalty. And this is the try that Royal scored after killing the clock for about 6-7 minutes. And the conversion, which is successful. And this is that beautiful try by Trinity. A nice dummy by the number 12. And that's what Trinity is good at.
So that's the 72nd, as we see the stats on that on your screen. Royal 10, Trinity 5, one try piece, one conversion to Royal, and one penalty that makes the whole difference of 5 points of a conversion and the penalty. So that's 10 points to 5 at half time. And we will be back. Don't go away.
A car is not just a car. A bike is not just a bike. They're characters in the story of your life. Some like their privacy. Others like to be shown off. The older ones are wiser, having done more with their time. Some are strong road warriors, out to do battle. Some like to take things slow, while others live to fly. A ride is not just a ride, just like Mobil is not just another oil.
Hot season එකට සිංගා වෙතින් super cool deal. හොඳම AC එකක් කැමැති බ්‍රෑන්ඩ් එකකින් තෝරගන්න. විශේෂ වට්ටම් සහ පොලි රහිත පහසු ගෙවීමේ ක්‍රම. සේවා වාර 3ක් සහ වසර 5ක සිංගා වගකීම නොමිලේ.
දැන් සිංගා වෙතින් Samsung ශීතකරණ සඳහා මයික්‍රෝවේව් උදුනක් නොමිලේ.
What is team spirit? It's just words if you don't live it. Because when we're a team, we can inspire each other. We can improve together. We can share good times. And sometimes we share jokes. Because only if we support one another, we can all cheer together. Becco, join our team.
Sony, brought to you by Singer. Find the very best of Sony televisions this Aurudu season at your favorite retail network, Singer. Backed by a trusted warranty with 40,000 rupees worth of discounts. The season couldn't start any better.
Hot season එකට සිංගා වෙතින් super cool deal. හොඳම AC එකක් කැමැති බ්‍රෑන්ඩ් එකකින් තෝරගන්න. විශේෂ වට්ටම් සහ පොලි රහිත පහසු ගෙවීමේ ක්‍රම. සේවා වාර 3ක් සහ වසර 5ක සිංගා වගකීම නොමිලේ.
If you think betting is a battle, think of those whose life is a battle. Over 1,000 people die each year due to kidney-related ailments. Let's end chronic kidney disease.
Presidential Task Force for Prevention of Kidney Disease. Be kind.
In the summertime, when the weather is hot, you can stretch right up and touch the sky. When the weather is fine, you got cricket on your mind. Oh, have a drink, have a drive, go out and see what you can find. Da da dee dee dee, da 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 da, da da dee dee dee, da da dee da da da, da 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 da. You got cricket on your mind. Cricket on your mind. When the weather is fine, you got cricket on your mind. Yeah.
We're bringing business personalities, local and global corporate news, stock market updates. Join us every Wednesday at 9:30 p.m. exclusively on Channel Live.
I shuffle. I shuffle.
I Shuffle every Monday at 9:30 p.m. on Channel I.
11 දෙනෙක් එකතු වෙලා ලෝක කුසලානේ දිනාගන්න පුළුවන් නම් රටක් එකට එකතු වුණොත් මොනවද කරන්න බැරි හැමෝම කයින් වකුගඩු රෝගී සුවසාන ජනාධිපති අරමුදලත් එක්ක එකතු වෙමු.
කයින් වකුගඩු රෝගී සුවසහන ජනාධිපති අරමුදල ජීවිතය වෙනුවෙන්.
Rise and shine in the morning, make your day light. Oh, 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 shining bright. Oh, 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 with the morning light. Oh, 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 it's joy in life. Shine to rise and
Rise and shine. 6 to 7:30 a.m. every single morning on Channel I.
We are back live, second half of the 72nd Bradby encounter with Royal in the box seat, Royal in the driving seat, with 10 points to 5 in the lead. And of course, they have a 5-point lead in the first leg. Jehan,
What
look
about
at
the crowd? Django, look at that crowd. A whole host of old boys from both schools, their spouses, their girlfriends. It's an environment. It's a really passionate environment for everyone out here, Django.
I just hope that Sri Lanka, every Sri Lankan match, will have such a big crowd. Yeah, we hand over to Inura for an interview out down there.
And we're coming to you from the grounds. Right next to me is a big man for Royal College, steering and guiding the team throughout. Splendid results he's brought into the team. Coach Sanat Martis is right next to me. Coach, what's the plan for Royal? Round number 2 is starting just in the center.
Yeah, I'll have to play according to my strength. I have advised boys to keep the ball in the forwards, not to open out the game immediately. Right, that's the plan.
That's the plan, sir. First half, 10-5. What do you expect out of the second half? What's Royal going to do?
We want to win our line-outs and do the rolling maul and score tries because they are hesitating for our rolling maul, facing the rolling maul.
Thank you very much. Absolute pleasure. That was Coach Sanat Martis from Royal College. Throwing it back to Combox is W. Chang and Jehan on the mic.
Well, we are back, and Royal's kickoff was good for Royal, and it's gone out to a line out for Trinity in their 22. And both lineouts have not been the greatest, Chango. And Trinity win clean ball here. That's a good sign for Trinity. And the weather has somewhat cleared up, but it's still a big difference. Trinity's come up, puts it down the park, and it's collected by. It's gone out. Is that full out, Chango, or has he got the right distance?
No, I think the ball has gone full into touch. That's why they brought the play back. No, it's just out to the 22.
So I think it does not have a very good kick, I think, from all intents and purposes.
Yeah, I think Trinity halfback should have never put that ball in touch. He should have put the ball right down in the park and wanted Royal to put it back into touch rather than Trinity put the ball back into touch.
I agree, Chango. Chango, one more thing. Has Trinity change just come off? Because I saw number 21 on the field. A very, very bad throw by Trinity Royal, which Trinity has managed to get. Now that's criminal to lose a ball like that, Chango.
Yeah, Trinity may have brought young Boyagoda on for Bandaranaika.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I just thought I saw number 21 on the field, so we just have to check that.
No number.
Can we get that double confirmed, Chango, from anyone?
Yeah, hopefully we can get a confirmation as we see line out to Royal College to get things started with their rolling ball so effectively, but not cleanly caught there.
Not cleanly caught, but Royal still maintain possession of the ball and shoving through inches at a time, and as they know best, they are trying everything with the forwards at the moment, and they're taking short hits, which does kill the clock, as we know. But as you said, might be a bit too early.
Yeah, I think, Jan, what they're doing is actually make Trinity make the errors by conceding penalties. But Trinity is doing it well by pushing Royal forwards back.
That's right. And Royal lost about 10 yards.
Yeah, and lost the ball too.
Given the ball too. Again, with Trinity gaining it. And I think a penalty coming up for Trinity. Yes.
Yeah, for going over the top.
Going over the top and not being on his feet. So Royal not having a very good outing at the moment in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, because they are doing the pickup. They're going to do the pickup because of the fact that they want to make the mistakes. As you see the VVIPs.
That's right. That's Trinity principle. And Trinity having a line out. Penalty just outside the 22. Looks like a very good kick from Trinity. Yes, it's a very good kick. I think gone up to the 50-meter line by the Trinity fullback.
Captain, calm down, huh?
Abe Vikrama. Number 15, Abe Vikrama. Trinity line out in the 50.
Mr. Malik Samara Vikrama.
Along with Mr. Ravi Karnanayaka. Again, bad line out from both teams, and Royal happened to win it this time. Oh, but Trinity has stolen it. And referee coming back to the initial knock-on by Trinity at the line-out. So the very scrappy play at the moment, Chango, from both sides. I think they're not started too well, both teams. Both line-outs not doing well again at the beginning.
I just can't understand how the restarters are becoming an issue, especially a line-out. It should be a smooth sailing, winning your line-out.
And especially nobody is contesting it.
Absolutely.
It's a Royal scrum. It looks like there's a collapse of sorts, but referee is calling back the scrum, giving it back to Royal. Trinity players all pumped up. You can see the anxious faces of the Royal bench at the moment.
Wait.
Referee having a chat with both front rows to get the act together.
That's the Trinity Army.
That's right. They call him the Red Army.
Red Army, that's right. Like the Barmy Army.
That's right. And Royal have the Royal Tuskers.
Nothing balmy about it today, though.
Well, that's not. There is a penalty against Royal, and this is good news for Trinity. Chango, will they go for it or will they go to the corner?
I think they should, if it's kickable, they should go for the 3 points. If it's kickable, otherwise they should to the corner. But if it's kickable, they should go for the 3 points.
Well, my opinion, it's kickable, but it all depends on what type of kicker you have. But it looks like they're going. They were planning on going to the corner, but no, they are going for the 3 points, Chango. They are going for the 3 points.
Really, what happened is that the law of the game is that if you bring the tee onto the field, you have to go for the 3 points.
Okay.
There, the ball carrier, the tee carrier came onto the field and went back. When the skipper wanted to go to the corner, and the referee, quite rightly, he said, no, you had the kicking tee carrier onto the field. You got to go for the 3 points.
Well, that's right. That's well done by referee Rankot. And I think it's the right decision in any way, Chago. I think they have to get their points on the board. So getting to 8 points just leaves them 2 points from this match and 7 points in total.
Absolutely, provided they get it through the uprights.
Yes, and they do. So
absolutely.
So the tee carrier's mistake actually proved fruitful.
Yeah, absolutely. And no commentators curse on that.
That's right. So back to the 50-yard line for Royal and for their kickoff. And the momentum shifting towards Trinity at the moment, Chango. What do you think? A very good kick by the kicker.
Very good kicker. That will give him confidence on the field to do his, the normal task too when you have this lovely thing.
That's a deep kick that Royal had, and Trinity not putting it back into Royal territory, but going with the maul and losing the ball, which is what they should be doing. And Royal, as always, trying to use their forwards and inch forward.
You're back again, Jan. Trinity should have put the ball back in the down park.
Absolutely. But Trinity holding back very well and pushing Royal back, actually. Royal not gaining any yards. But at this time, they're going out to the three-quarter line. And they have got back to the line of scrimmage in that sense. And Royal have the ball. They're going to the left. And they have a small overlap, which they should have utilized on the left side.
You got the forwards on that side, John.
True, but there's about 5 men to 1. And Royal inching forward with giving the ball out to the forwards and the three-quarters, but not using the usual hits that they have been using.
They are actually expanding their game to the 10-meter area, and they are hoping that Trinity will make mistakes.
That's right, and they're gaining a lot of meters here. And Royal using, oh, it's a knock-on by Royal scrum half. It's a knock-on by the scrum half. I'm sure he's not what he wanted to happen, but these things happen in our game.
Yeah, I know these things happen, but Royal actually is giving Trinity a torrid time. They're playing a very good game. The game plan is so nice. He took his eyes off the ball.
He took his eyes off the ball. The cardinal rule that you don't. He looked to see who he was going to pass to.
Inura, have you taken your eyes off the TV?
Been watching, been observing the game throughout. Interesting indeed to see what's happening in the center. Trinity bridging that score gap inch by inch. They're coming closer. Royal now driving it into the Trinity half. They're in the 22. Will they go over the line? Will they put more points on the board? Increase that margin. That's what they really need to do right now. 10-8 are the scores. There's about a 5 and a 2 to pick up. That's about 7 points the Trinity need to bridge if they want to get on par to win the Shield. But in today's game, 10-8, the odds are unbeatable. You can never say what's going to happen in the center right now.
Chango,
refreshment all around the stands.
That's right. And Chango and Inura, we need to find out whether that number 21 has actually come on the field. Maybe this is a good time we can see when the scrum is in operation. Yes, it is the number 21. Boyagoda is back on the field. Did he start last week, the first leg? He didn't play at all. Okay. So it's a Trinity scrum. Trinity break the wrong way, and Royal pushing the number 8 at least 5 to 6 meters, and continuing to push. And Trinity just about get that ball out. And it's a.
But the story now is that Royal is going to gain possession. Will Trinity contest this line out? That's an interesting thought to have in mind.
Well, Inura, they have not been contesting the lineouts that have been in the 22, but they have been contesting the ones outside the 22. So I'm not too sure what's the rationale behind that. Trinity have another change coming in, yes.
For Pasan Samara Vikram at number 17.
Anjana Bandara coming in at. He's coming in at number 6, yes. He's number 6, so he must have been the one starting before. It's a Royal go with a very dangerous number 6 throw, but they happen to get that right. And trying to use their rolling maul, which they are going forward.
They're sticking to the strategy that Coach Martis just spoke of on the field. He said Trinity have not been holding on to the rolling maul too well, and that's what Royal's going to do. They're doing it right now in the center. Will they score? Will they actually go over the line this time around? Interesting thoughts across your mind. If you're tuned in anywhere in the world, www.channeli.lk is where you have the action happening right now.
Very good defense by Trinity there, blocking and not allowing Royal to go ahead. The rolling maul has been broken up, and Royal using their forwards. The ball pops out, but it falls back, and Royal player isolated and he makes a mistake. But referee is calling back a previous knock-on. And it's a knock-on by Trinity, so Royal have a scrum. This is a huge scrum for both schools. Royal hoping they could get something out of it, whilst Trinity has to defend like mad. It reminds me of the first scrum that Royal and Trinity had here today at Palagali, where Trinity outshoved Royal and got the ball back. So that's what Royal will have difficulties. So that's the previous knock-on that was being shown.
That's the second knock-on. There's another
right.
earlier knock-on by Trinity. Referee Kankot was playing advantage for Royal. It's 10 points to 8 at Palagali. The 72nd Bradby.
53 minutes on our clock. And a Trinity player down, wincing in pain there.
Is it number 6 who just walked onto the field? Is it the man who's on the deck right now?
It looks like the number 5, the captain's. No. It's the front row. It's the front row. I think either Ikanaik or Mahesh. It's a loose head prop. Well, it's a scrum down for Royal. In just about at the Trinity 5. Trinity 10 at least. The scrum's holding for Royal, but I don't think it's the right strategy of keeping that ball inside that scrum, Chango. I think they should give it out or take a number 8 break.
Trinity are grabbing that.
And they lost the ball. They are losing the ball. Yes, and this is the problem. This is exactly what I said. Well done by Trinity here. So, very well defended. And a kick that's not gone out, collected by the Royal left wing. And Owen Askey puts it down the park on the other side of the grounds. A bit of a dangerous kick because it didn't go out. But Trinity running it. And Trinity running it well. Just a tackle by the fingertips.
I believe the ball's been stolen. Royal get the ball back.
That's good work by their forwards, by the third row there, I think. And again, very good position. Royal lose out by just holding onto the ball in the scrum. Royal giving the ball out. And they come back to that line of scrimmage. So nothing gained. Here is where I think Royal should put it behind the Trinity, into the 22, into their area. That's Kalyana Ratna, a young boy, is 16 plus. Royal all over the field, not being able to gain any advantage at the moment.
Lovely block.
Lovely block
by Trinity. They need to pick that ball up.
And Ashok Vijayakumar manages to get it back, but Trinity have ball, and this is very tough. The ball's on the ground. Players are fighting for it. Trinity has the ball, and they have the 3 quarters moving, and that's the captain, I believe. That's a nice offload by the captain, and Trinity making strides. And a knock on by Royal. Trinity get the ball back.
Referee's playing advantage. Brings back play to the Royal knock-on. Trinity now in possession, in an attacking position. Looks promising. Will they go over the line, Chango? What do they need to do to get over the line right now?
It takes a while for Trinity to go over the line. The season, we have seen so many games. It's taken a while for them to go over the line. Hopefully, for Trinity, they go over the line and convert it. Then it becomes even Steven for the Bradby, and they get in front of the second leg. But having said that, super solid defense by Royal. Look at that. It's a one-off day, off pass that made Trinity to go into the Royal territory.
Absolutely, Chango, but it all started with Royal having a scrum down in the Trinity 10-meter line and holding on to the ball in the scrum, and there was no reason to do that. I mean, they should take the number 8 break and go for the line.
Absolutely, because they were driven back in the first scrum, and Trinity has more weight in the scrum than Royal, and they should not muck around with that, because they should have given it out brought the centre back, converted with the back row, and kept the forwards going.
That's right, Chango. So anyway, it's a scrum down for Trinity just in the middle of the Royal 22. The ball not completely in, but referee plays on. And Trinity now working the three quarters on the left side of the field. Nice grabber kick, and Royal goes into the goal area. Referee Rancourt calling for the TMO to see whether the ball was grounded or whether the Royal player took it back into the in-goal area.
No, I think he's more interested about the kicker being.
Yo, man, holding on. Penalty. I started penalty there. Wait, the penalty. Holding, man. Hold it on. Obstruction the man.
Okay.
To the bench.
Referee giving Trinity a penalty for the Royal player holding the kicker, the boy that did the grabber kick there. And here we go. Here we see the replay. Yes. Oh, I think it's the other player, Chango. It's number 13, tripping up one of the Trinity chasers, and Trinity quite rightly going for the 3 points.
This changes everything once this kick goes through. Points are going to look very different on the board. It's going to be a lot more pressure on Royal now to keep the game in what they've had it before. They've had the lead when they started the game. If they want to maintain it, this kick is looking absolutely solid. It's just 22 meters off, boom, in.
That's right, Idura. And let's see what happens. It's a crucial kick for both sides.
It's a 1 point lead if he goes through.
Yes, the kick is on, and Trinity take the lead for the first time of the game.
And the game's on.
The game's on. 11-10. Royal having a 4 point lead with the aggregate, but for the match, Trinity leading by a point. With
This
60
is going to
minutes
be
gone.
an absolute booster for Trinity right now. 11-10, just seeing those points on the board right now is going to turn things around. Royal need to up the pressure if they want to take home this game. So that's once again taking a look at the replay of the guy being held back. That's the kick that went through. 3 points on the board for Trinity. 11-10. Royal kicks in once more. Game's on.
The kickoff is taken, and Trinity kicking down the park. A very, very good kick. Very good kick by Trinity. That's what they should be doing, and that's what any team should be doing. And the Trinity captain, inspiration as always, the first man there.
I'm just thinking whether Jehan, they have been watching the live commentaries on and listening to your advice on that, because Trinity all of a sudden has come alive.
Also,
Take a
Chango,
look at that Trinity army.
Yes, that's the Trinity army there. Chango, that other penalty that was given by Royal, that's borderline, could have been a penalty try too.
Yeah, I mean, it's a probability of a try, so it's a borderline, because the player that was held was not the kicker. It was a chaser.
One of the chasers. But in the end, it's the referee's call. He knows best. Royal ball, and they've got through, but I believe there might be a knock-on.
Line out, Austin.
Believe there might be a knock-on, yes.
So, you know, the Selby's out, the Red Army has got woken, and they're all on their feet.
They're all activated.
And we have not realized it, that Trinity is in the lead by 1 point in the second leg.
That's right. And only a 4 point lead for Royal in total, and Trinity in an attacking position here. Yes, there was a knock-on by Trinity, Royal in the line-out. And the ball won by Trinity. Terrific push, a terrific tussle here. They got the ball out to their three-quarter line. That's very nice rugby. A nice cover tackle by the flanker, but a nice break by the Royal, Trinity number 13. And they're moving it back. They're moving it to the left. Pretty poor tackling here by Royal. And the ball going back to Trinity. They're working there. The captain has the ball. Very good tackle by the Royalists there. And Trinity working the right side of their three quarters. This is what's all rugby about. The Bradby, they tried a drop goal. The ball's alive. They can play on. The Trinity player did was right. Royal have to be careful here. It could be a penalty against them. But no, they got it right. They got it right. That's very interesting that Trinity try a drop goal. I'm not sure what Royal is doing here by going through. There's a knock on. I really don't understand that.
Two good pieces of intelligence is that what I like to see the schoolboys knowing their rugby well was when the kick was charged down, he was in front of the kicker, but he knew his laws of the game to take it forward.
Absolutely, that's well done by that Trinity player. And also Royal didn't stop playing the game, so that from both sides it was they understood the laws very well. There's a change or there's an injury of sorts.
Jahan, that's a very good sign, Jahan, for the future of rugby, so that they know and they play according to the strength of the opponents. They read the laws properly and take advantage of the laws without bending the law.
That's true. That's true. It's come down to Trinity. Royal not doing the right thing. They had a maul. They had a ruck. They should have taken down the park. Oh, pushing before the ball was put in, and a penalty, the free kick against Trinity. So Royal get out of this, but there's a long way to go. It's a fairly good kick. Let's see where the line out is going to be held, probably in the 50-meter line.
It's a huge long kick, and just relieving pressure from the entire 14 players.
That's right.
Of Royal.
And line out is for Trinity because that is a free kick, Chango. So Trinity have their line out. Let's see what Royal does to fight this. It's a four-man line out. They're going to a four-man line out. Might be the better option for Trinity, I think. That throw was probably a bit out, but referee knows best. And Trinity is attacking. Oh, that's a very nice move. And a very good tackle too. Trinity attacking on the left corner. And there is knock on by the Trinity player number 3. Chango is a prop forward. And Vijay Kumar puts it down the park. It's the right thing to do. Trinity have an opportunity. They can run the ball from their 22, which they are doing.
He's brought it right back to the 50. Hats off.
Yes, he's brought it right back. I think it's the 40, but no, it's the 50. You're right. You're right. Oh, that is a pretty dangerous kick, but it lucked out for Trinity.
Yeah, interesting part. Did Royal had a hand in that ball? Did the ball went out with off the Royal?
I do believe it went through the Royal's hands, so
exactly.
I think it's a line out for Trinity. Yes.
He was not sure. I think the referee, Tajja, not sure about it.
No, he seems pretty sure. I think it's a line out for Trinity. But that was a bit of a dangerous kick, Chango, because there was nobody on the Trinity right flank.
Oh yeah, the judge got it right. Referee's got it right.
Yes.
Well done, mates.
So Trinity line out. They're going with a bigger. They're still going with a 4-man, and they got that one right. And that's a good line out. They're doing the rolling maul, but the ball has. Where is the ball? Chango, we can't see the ball. Okay, Trinity makes a break here. They're using the forwards, and here comes the ball to the 3 quarters. They draw the winger in, and that is beautiful. It's really nice to see, Django. It's good rugby by Trinity here. They're attacking with everything they have.
Move it, move it, move it.
And they got the ball back. And there is terrific tackling by Royal and terrific offensive play by Trinity. They are 5 meters away. They're 5 meters away. Scrum up going on the short side. And they are just meters away. Yes, it's a try. It's a try to Trinity. And it goes up 16-10.
16-10.
Yes.
You believe this? Trinity in the lead. And they're in the lead in the overall
1 point
too.
lead.
Royal, having had a cushion of a lead, as Trinity has come back, shown their true Respique film as we see the schoolboys dancing, but there's plenty of time.
Unbelievable stuff by Trinity, 16-10. They take on the challenge of the 72nd Bradby Shield. 1 point now in the lead. The tables have turned, Jahan.
Absolutely, Inura. And Trinity doing a lot of things right in the last 20 minutes. Royal not getting the act together, making a lot of mistakes, and especially when they had that scrum in the 10 meter. It started there. It started there.
Royal now needs to go with the line twice in order to be on top, because if they go with the line and convert, and if Trinity gets this conversion, they'll still be behind on points.
If Trinity gets this conversion, they'll be 18-10 or 18-15 from the aggregate. So yes, you're right. Trinity Royal will have to score twice or score a try, a goal. No, they have. Trinity will be 18-15. So Royal can score a try and still win the match if they so desire to.
He's talking of the 72nd, the whole story. The first leg and the second leg combined. Now Trinity 18 points, Royal at 10 in this game. The tally of the two games, 18-15, is what we're looking at for the end of the Bradby. What will Royal do? They need to score, they need to convert, they really need to get the points on the board, or they're going to see this game slip through their fingers where they led from the start. Games in play. Let's take a look at what's happening in the center right now.
Thank you. I always knew my geography was not good. So it's 18-15 on the total.
Mathematics a problem, Chango?
I just said geography, my friend.
Yes, it's at the aggregate, it's a 3-point lead to Trinity, and for the match, it's an 8-point lead. So Royal can still win this. It's a very unusual game. I told you earlier when Royal were leading, it's only 2 tries for Trinity to come back, and Royal are attacking now, and they have they have knocked on. So things not going Royal's way.
I think Royal players should cool it down, settle down. There's plenty on the clock. It's just 3 points. It's a matter of just going over the line, white line once, and you are in business.
Like you said, Chango, all Royal has to do now is be patient, right? Settle down, like you said. Use the clock. Use their strengths.
Play a normal game.
That's right.
Don't change it. Don't panic. But we're just talking about under 20 schoolboys. Jahan.
Absolutely, absolutely. But they have
unfortunate for Trinity.
It's a knock on by Trinity, and Royal get the ball back, and they work it out of their winger, who steps out of bounds. So it's a penalty. So it's a line out to Trinity, about 5 meters outside the 22. The Royal captain asking something from the Trinity, from the referee.
He asked from the referee, what about the knock-on advantage? Quite rightly.
Quite rightly, yes. Yes, that's very true.
Yep, that's right. The referee has gone back to the knock-on. There's no advantage. He's gone back to whether the question was popped up to the referee or not. The right call has been done.
That's right. And I think the assistant referee made the call there. So the knock-on advantage initially not given, but now Royal have the scrum, and like we said before, they just have to be patient, take it feet by feet, kill the clock and get to the scoring to be able to win this Bradby Shield. Maybe not the match.
You were talking about this last scrimmage. You are going on with the scrimmage. It's another scrimmage.
That's right.
Let's see what the Royal will do in this scrimmage.
A referee not happy with the setup for the two scrums, so he's called them up again. And that's very important, Chango, about the right scrum being set up. And it's so important in modern day rugby. And coaches have to take a lot of responsibility to ensure that the scrums are set up right.
Yeah, because restarters, like in a car, you know, it's in a car. You got to have your everything to restart in place, your battery, your key, everything. And if you don't have that, you won't start the game.
That's right. So here goes the scrum for Royal. It's a put-in. Royal are holding. And again, I believe they should just take the break. Yes, they've done the right thing, but he's being held up, the Royal number 8. He was held up, and Royal Scrummer, Vijay Kumar getting, and the Royal prop forward, taking it through a few more meters. So Royal inching forward, and Royal, the three-quarter, being isolated a bit, but managed to keep the ball with them. And the Royal, that's a flanker. Oh, that's a knock forward by Royal. So it's advantage, knock forward advantage in Trinity, but it's being played. Trinity have the ball. Again, Royal is not being patient. I'm sure referee is going to call it back. Okay, his advantage over. He just called advantage over. And Royal have the ball, but it's outside. And he should have given the ball earlier.
Unfortunate for Royal. He had a man outside.
He made a good break initially, but he should have given the ball out earlier. That is the number 13 I kept talking about earlier, Chango.
Yeah, he saw the space. He had a lot of room there. He thought he could run it. And you can't blame the boy on that, because he should have, if he had come in to closer support, he should have had it out then gone out again.
But he did have one on his outside.
Yeah, closer to the touchline.
That's right. Oh, it's a bit too much. Well, Royal kicks it, and it's a touch and go situation for Trinity. And has he got
Ball
touch?
still in play, Jayan. Ball still in play. Royal running it once more.
And a penalty advantage to Royal as well. Royal putting everything into it. There's a penalty advantage, Chango. I saw the referee holding his hand up.
Trinity's were offside. Trinity's were offside there. He took the man offside. Royal, their tails up now. They should get over the white line, because just a few distance away.
He still has the advantage being played. I think Royal have to go to their strengths, and this is what they would have dreamt to have in the last 5 minutes. A line out in the Trinity 5.
Trinity's nightmare.
Yes, but the line out has to be thrown, and Royal have to catch it, and we have to go from there. A lot of anxious Royal faces out here in the crowd, Chango.
Yeah, inside there they're very happy because they got the line out what they wanted. They got to the place, they got the line out, they got the restarter what they wanted.
Absolutely, and they should have all confidence to do what they know do right.
And Trinity looks ready to contest this line out.
That's a good number 6 throw. A very risky one, but a good number 6 throw. And
Royal's going to do what they know right now. They're going to do the rolling ball. Will they go over the white line? Everything counts on this 5 minutes, the 4 minutes of the game now.
Royal held up. So the attacking team given the scrum at the Royal at the Trinity 5.
Trinity's defense has done one part of it by stopping the rolling ball, bringing them back 5 meters and into a scrummage.
Absolutely, and Trinity rather have a scrum than the line out to deal with, because they've been attacking the Royal scrum much better. Again, a risky number 6. They tried it. Royal tried it against St. Thomas's when they were up in the last 3 minutes and lost the ball and lost the match. So it's a Royal scrum.
That's why the Royal supporters on their feet, cheering, Royal, go Royal, go Royal, go.
I think the number 8 should break here. I don't think they should hold the ball like they've been doing before.
They should not.
Royal pushing forward. Ball at number 8 sits. Yes, he breaks through. That's Nikere Gunavira.
The skipper.
Skipper. Royal a few meters away. And pushing through as much as they can. Trinity having a fantastic holdback in the last. It's been just meters short. Just meters short. And they're coming closer to the touchline, to the middle of the grounds. This is terrific. It's a terrific tussle.
Is that touchdown for Royal? It's not touchdown.
TMO.
GMO. Tony,
Referee calling
is that
GMO.
try or not? Yes.
Camera view. It's impossible to see. You give us come to that inside.
Is that a try or not?
No try, no try. Give us come to that inside.
Sorry?
The people are covering the view.
Sorry?
Come down 5 meters.
No, I should. Ball held. Royal ball.
Time now for Royal to turn things around. They've been given a golden opportunity. Try to scrum down to the attacking side. Try was not awarded. Last couple of minutes on the clock. Will Royal convert these moments into a try and clinch the Bradby? Or will Trinity remain in the lead and take home the shield?
That's right, Inura. Our TMO calling it inconclusive because he's not being able to see the clip. There were a lot of heads covering the video camera, so we couldn't see it, unfortunately. But attacking side given a 5-meter scrum, so Royal ball again. And Royal just should do what they did before. Take the number 8 break.
It might be too much for Trinity to take on Jehan. The pressure is too much because they just defended a good one. And then again to defend another good one, it takes a lot.
Well, he's held by his jersey at the end of that, by that number, the scrum half. That's a really good defense by Trinity. And Royal pushing through as much as they can. They're using their forwards, which quite rightly. They're just 5 meters away. And our clock says time's up. But in the end, it's a referee's clock that matters. It's an incredible tussle. It's another scrum for Royal.
Number two. You have to give a chance to place the ball. Forward.
There's a whole bunch of Trinitians on the ground. The boys have just come out of the stands. So the cameras on that side are a little blocked up. Unfortunately, we can't bring you the visuals from that end because we've got so many people
blocking the
on the ground, but blocking the view.
Chango, this is what's all about. This is what rugby is about in this Bradby Shield encounter. It's a nail-biting finish.
Tension is too much.
Tension is too much for the little boys out there. Royal shoving through. And just Nikhil just getting to the line, but 2 meters short.
Move it.
Not even 2 meters, a few inches short. And Royal pushing, but Trinity defending tremendously. Royal going the other side again, but very, very good defense. Very, very good defense by Trinity. It's a terrific tussle.
Where is the ball? Has Trinity turned it around?
A turnover, and Trinity will win the Bradby Shield. And Trinity will win the Bradby Shield.
I believe that turns things on its head. We're just waiting for the whistle from the referee. Looks like Trinity College are going to be champions of the Bradby Shield, the 72nd.
One more line out. There's one more line out. Don't count the checks.
That's true. Dinka, assistant referee Dinka, has seen the funny side of the whole thing, having a laugh with Rankot on the field there.
Yeah, but to tell you the truth, I mean, it's tension. It's tension in our system too. I mean, let's face it. I mean, we are facing a tense situation, 18-10, and the boys are putting out everything. What a show.
What a show, and fantastic defense by Trinity there. Fantastic defense. Royal using their famed rolling maul. They're inching forward. I believe they have another 10 meters to go, but they still have the rolling maul going. And a penalty to Royal. I'm not too sure whether they have time to kick it out and go for another.
Come inside.
It's a penalty for Royal. Chango, I don't think they have time to go for a line out, do you?
No, I think if you go for the line out, you still play the line out.
Right?
I'm sure about that. I'm not so sure about that, but I'm just thinking.
But the Royal skipper should check that out before kicking it out. Oh, well.
Yes, you play the line out.
They have the time. So this is probably the final play. Either way, both teams have to, one has to defend like hell and one has to push like hell.
Just pity the boys, players on the field. Just 20 years old. I can't understand. Trinity College must get the security organized, must get the players off. This is uncalled for.
You're right, Chango. This is not right. The players, the spectators have to get off the field, whoever they are.
All I can see, both teams are getting a bit of a breathing space with the stoppage. Because I'm sure the defenders need it more than the attackers, the breathing space to stop.
Well, they both do need it.
Finish.
I believe we had the tee brought into the ground before that line out was kicked, and referees called it back, and they need to take the kick now. If Royal still put this through, they can still retain the Bradby. It's going to be a tie.
White.
Oh, right. Good thinking by Martis.
Good thinking.
Very good thinking. Absolutely.
I mean, this poor kid has a lot on his shoulders at the moment.
That's true, but he can do it. He's done it before.
He's done it before. He's converted very well during the season. So it's up to Aski. Yes,
and the
put
kick
it
is
through.
good. 18 all.
And it's
18 all for the Bradby
aggregate
Shield.
is 18 all.
Aggregate is 18 all for the Bradby Shield. 18-13 for the game. It's a draw. It's a draw for the Shield.
It's a draw for the Shield. I'm not sure who wins the Bradby here, you know. Django, any thoughts?
I have no thoughts about who wins the Bradby, because whether the team that had the Shield, whether they return it or not, or whether they share it, I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure whether they share it or whether the side that has won it last year retain it.
Django, we could do 6 months each.
I don't, that's a good point. But the way the Royal administration is behaving, I'm just looking at the way the Royal administration is behaving. It looks like they claim that they might have won the Bradby. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just wondering what's going on here.
Jehan's expanding his expertise on reading body language. We'll take a look at that final kick. Owinaski, absolutely brilliant. Who would have expected 3 points? The Bradby Shield is a draw. Who retains the Shield? We're all in shock. We still don't know. It's a 70-second Bradby Shield. You see the excitement in the center. Royal Trinity. This is absolutely astounding, brilliant, stunning rugby at the 72nd Bradby Shield. The second leg concluding. Trinity wins the second leg. Royal wins the first leg. The toes are all skied up. We have 18 all on the charts as the aggregate. Done and dusted. Royal and Trinity, what a game.
I think, there was a draw in 1992. I think under Gunatilaka for Trinity, but they shared the trophy. I think they shared the trophy. I think they shared it.
So we go back to my suggestion of 6 months each. Let's do this.
I'm really not sure. It doesn't matter. A big thank you to the both teams, the management, the coaching staff, because it was lovely, friendly, good entertainment rugby right throughout. And Trinity coming back to hold Royal. Royal, in the end, held their nerve, sent in that kicking tee. The master crafter, Martis.
That's right, Django. Like you said, when it was 70 minutes and Trinity were leading 18-10, or 3 points from the aggregate, he said they have to take it slow, take their time, and do what they know best. And they did that. And the kick to touch callback, and Owinaski given a task, Herculean. This boy will be a very, very good kicker down the road.
I don't know about the kicker
even now.
I don't know about the kicker down the road, but to me, he's the man of the series.
Absolutely, of these two matches. We're going to the highlights now.
The highlights package, as we see the kickoff by Trinity deep into the territory, Royal having advantage of a penalty. That's the first 3 points. First 3 points. The Trinity's Royal's first try. A good pushover try. Conversion was good. And that came Trinity's first score on the board. A lovely piece of dummy into the sin, held by the jersey. Didn't stop him from going over the line. Not happy. There is a penalty for Trinity. And the kick through. 3 points. That's Trinity on the attack in the second half. Nearly scored, but got a penalty for holding on, and Trinity converted the 3 points. That's the Trinity try. A very strong one at that, with 2-3 players couldn't stop it, and the conversion from the Trinity good. This is the killer. That was the killer. That nailed the coffin, and the 3 points made it equal for Royal. What a brilliant kick by the young fullback.
Django, so we're getting calls, contrary information. Our versatile, here is the final score. Trinity being 18 and Royal 13, but the aggregate being 18 all. It's 1 try to Royal and 2 to Trinity. Took 1 conversion each. Both teams get 2 penalties and no drop goals, although there was 1 attempted by Trinity. So going back.
All right, we hand over for a quick break. We'll be back with the presentation ceremony, the story from the middle. Bradby Shield 2016, the 72nd leg. Looks like it's a tie.
දැන් සිංගර් වෙතින් සැම්සන් ශීතකරණ සඳහා මයික්‍රෝවේව් උදුනක් නොමිලේ.
Sony, brought to you by Singer. Find the very best of Sony televisions this Aurudu season at your favorite retail network, Singer, backed by trusted warranty with 40,000 rupees worth of discounts. The season couldn't start any better.
Hot season එකට සිංගර් වෙතින් super cool deal. හොඳම AC එකක් කැමැති බ්‍රෑන්ඩ් එකකින් තෝරගන්න. විශේෂ වට්ටම් සහ පොලි රහිත පහසු ගෙවීමේ ක්‍රම. සේවා වාර 3ක් සහ වසර 5ක සිංගර් වගකීම නොමිලේ.
සතුට බෙදන නම ඔබ ළඟ රැඳි නම සනසුම දෙන නම ඒ සිංගර් නම මිහිර මවන නම අවස නිවන නම සෙනෙහ බෙදන නම මුළු පවුලට සතුට සදන සිංගර් අද විශිෂ්ට විශ්වාසය.
දැන් සිංගර් වෙතින් සැම්සන් ශීතකරණ සඳහා මයික්‍රෝවේව් උදුනක් නොමිලේ.
Sony, brought to you by Singer. Find the very best of Sony televisions this Aurudu season at your favorite retail network, Singer, backed by trusted warranty with 40,000 rupees worth of discounts. The season couldn't start any better.
11 දෙනෙක් එකතු වෙලා ලෝක කුසලානේ දිනාගන්න පුළුවන් නම් රටක් එකට එකතු වුණොත් මොනවද කරන්න බැරි? අපි හැමෝම කයින් වකුගඩු රෝගී සුවසාන ජනාධිපති අරමුදලත් එක්ක එකතු වෙමු.
කයින් වකුගඩු රෝගී සුවසහන ජනාධිපති අරමුදල ජීවිතය වෙනුවෙන්.
In the summertime, when the weather is hot, you can stretch right up and touch the sky. When the weather is fine, you got cricket on your mind. Oh, have a drink, have a drive, go out and see what you can find. Da da dee dee dee, da 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 da, da da dee dee dee, da da dee da da da, da 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 da. You got cricket on your mind. Cricket on your mind. When the weather is fine, you got cricket on your mind. Yeah.
We're bringing business personalities, local and global corporate news, stock market updates. Join us every Wednesday at 9:30 p.m. exclusively on Channel Live.
In the summertime, when the weather is hot, you can stretch right up and touch the sky. When the weather is fine, you got cricket on your mind. Oh, have a drink, have a drive, go out and see what you can find. Da da dee dee dee, da 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 da, da da dee dee dee, da da dee da da da, da 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 da. You got cricket on your mind. Cricket on your mind. When the weather is fine, you got cricket on your mind. Yeah.
If you think betting is a battle, think of those whose life is a battle. Over 1,000 people die each year due to kidney-related ailments. Let's end chronic kidney disease.
Presidential Task Force for Prevention of Kidney Disease. Be kind.
We're bringing business personalities, local and global corporate news, stock market updates. Join us every Wednesday at 9:30 p.m. exclusively on Channel I.
Rise and shine in the morning, make your day light. Oh, 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 shining bright. Oh, 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 with the morning light. Oh, 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 it's joy in life. Shine to rise and
Rise and shine. 6 to 7:30 a.m. every single morning on Channel I.
It's been a hard day.
60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. To enjoy the best music from those decades, tune into Cafe Classics every Tuesday at 9:30 p.m. on Channel I.
11 දෙනෙක් එකතු වෙලා ලෝක කුසලානේ දිනාගන්න පුළුවන් නම් රටක් එකට එකතු වුණොත් මොනවද කරන්න බැරි? අපි හැමෝම කයින් වකුගඩු රෝගී සුවසාන ජනාධිපති අරමුදලත් එක්ක එකතු වෙමු.
කයින් වකුගඩු රෝගී සුවසහන ජනාධිපති අරමුදල ජීවිතය වෙනුවෙන්.
In the summertime, when the weather is hot, you can stretch right up and touch the sky. When the weather is fine, you got cricket on your mind. Oh, have a drink, have a drive, go out and see what you can find. Da da dee dee dee, da 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 da, da da dee dee dee, da da dee da da da, da 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 da. You got cricket on your mind. Cricket on your mind. When the weather is fine, you got cricket on your mind. Yeah.
If you think betting is a battle, think of those whose life is a battle. Over 1,000 people die each year due to kidney-related ailments. Let's end chronic kidney disease.
Presidential Task Force for Prevention of Kidney Disease. Be kind.
Rise and shine in the morning, make your day light. Oh, 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 shining bright. Oh, 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 with the morning light. Oh, 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 it's joy in life. Shine to rise and
Rise and shine. 6 to 7:30 a.m. every single morning on Channel I.
It's been a hard day.
60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. To enjoy the best music from those decades, tune into Cafe Classics every Tuesday at 9:30 p.m. on Channel I.
In the summertime, when the weather is hot, you can stretch right up and touch the sky. When the weather is fine, you got cricket on your mind. Oh, have a drink, have a drive, go out and see what you can find. Da da dee dee dee, da 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 da, da da dee dee dee, da da dee da da da, da 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 da. You got cricket on your mind. Cricket on your mind. When the weather is fine, you got cricket on your mind. Yeah.
If you think betting is a battle, Think of those whose life is a battle. Over 1,000 people die each year due to kidney-related ailments. Let's end chronic kidney disease.
Presidential Task Force for Prevention of Kidney Disease. Be kind.
I shuffle. I shuffle.
I Shuffle every Monday at 9:30 p.m. on Channel I.
11 දෙනෙක් එකතු වෙලා ලෝක කුසලානේ දිනාගන්න පුළුවන් නම් රටක් එකට එකතු වුණොත් මොනවද කරන්න බැරි? අපි හැමෝම කයින් වකුගඩු රෝගී සුවසාන ජනාධිපති අරමුදලත් එක්ක එකතු වෙමු.
කයින් වකුගඩු රෝගී සුවසහන ජනාධිපති අරමුදල ජීවිතය වෙනුවෙන්.
It's been a hard day.
60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. To enjoy the best music from those decades, tune into Cafe Classics every Tuesday at 9:30 p.m. on Channel I. We're bringing business personalities, local and global corporate news, stock market updates. Join us every Wednesday at 9:30 p.m. exclusively on Channel I.
In the summertime, when the weather is hot, you can stretch right up and touch the sky. When the weather is fine, you got cricket on your mind. Oh, have a drink, have a drive, go out and see what you can find. Da da dee dee dee, da 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 da, da da dee dee dee, da da dee da da da, da 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 da. You got cricket on your mind. Cricket on your mind. When the weather is fine, you got cricket on your mind. Yeah.
I shuffle. I shuffle.
I Shuffle every Monday at 9:30 p.m. on Channel I.
Last time you should get that kill.
Okay, welcome back, folks. We are still not absolutely sure who is going to keep the Bradby. I made a mistake earlier when I said the aggregate was 18 all, but it's actually 35 all. Shango, what happened in 92?
Yeah, actually, that's the only year that there was a draw on the aggregate. And Royal was coached first time by Dr. Maya Gunasekara, captain by Dr. Harinder Vijayasinghe, and Trinity was captained by Himesh Gunatilaka. I can't remember who coached Trinity at that year. They shared the trophy.
That's right. They share the trophy. That's the only time. And there's still a bit of confusion as to what exactly is going to happen.
Yeah, so coming back to it, so the only draw was 1992. They shared the trophy. I checked with Dr. Maya Gunasekara, who called me, and he said that Trinity were the defending of the Bradby, and then I don't know whether they should follow suit. I'm not so sure about that. But here, I don't know who's going to make a call, whether they're going to share it or Roy will have it.
That's right, Django. I'm also a bit of a loss of words to figure out what or who is going to share, whether they're going to share the Bradby or whether Royal is going to keep it or whether Trinity is going to keep it or what's going to happen.
John, I'll tell you, the way the boys play today, the two teams, I think they should share it.
Definitely. Both teams put 100%. And they both defended and played offensive. Very, very good rugby today.
Absolutely. Fantastic game of rugby. They were pure entertainers today. I'm sure whether you're a Royal or Trinity supporter, it didn't matter at all because the game was of such high standards.
True, Django. That's what it's all about. You know, coming here, the atmosphere, watching a game of this nature. Earlier when I was interviewed, I said the game will be a close tussle. It'll come down to Royal winning by a few points. I think Ajit had a different view, but we don't know yet. I'm completely at a loss of words as to who is going to keep the Bradby or whether it's being shared.
I really don't care to say that who's going to keep the Bradby because the game was such a brilliant game. I think rugby was the ultimate winner, Jehan. The authorities can decide who keeps the Bradby, but rugby was the utter winner ultimately.
Spot on, Django, spot on. And from a spectator point of view, that's what's needed. But from the players' point of view, I'm sure they'll want the Bradby.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people want the Bradby. There's no doubt about that. But having said that, because I think the both teams deserves a standing ovation. Still.
So there is the podium being set up at the moment, and I think there is confusion out there as well as to what's going to happen about who is keeping the shield. But as you said, Django, rugby is the winner, and this is what we need to have.
Confusion all over. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Lovely evening. Enjoy your evening tonight. Going to have the respective parties.
Yes, the spectators of both sides thronging the podium, and I guess there's a lot of confusion. Both principals seem to be lost as well.
Yeah, those pictures at the moment is about Sumitra Archie Trophy being awarded. That's a clear-cut winner's Trinity.
First and foremost, the Sumitra Archie Trophy. And the winners of the Sumitra Archie Trophy of the 72nd Bradby Shield is Trinity College Kandy. Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of the Sumitra Archie Trophy is Trinity College Kandy. Can we have the chief guest, Mr. John Teixeira, to hand over the trophy, the Sumitra Archie Trophy, to the captain of the Sumitra Archie Trophy winning team, Trinity College. And ladies and gentlemen, This time around, the 72nd Bradby Shield is a tie between the two schools. Second leg goes to Trinity. The first leg, Royal came in with a 5-point lead. And that final chipper, the trophies to be shared between Royal College and Trinity.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Thank you for watching these pictures through iChannel, your sporting channels. Thank you and good night.